there for bed. So. Ladies and gentlemen, XCAL Racing Webshop Series round 13. XCAL Racing 275. All the way up here in the northern part of the United States. We're up here in good old-fashioned Indiana, I think. Yeah, actually it is. Just had to testing it right there, Jim. Obviously, Lucas Oil Raceway up here. IRP used to be called Indianapolis Raceway Park. It's going to be a good one here tonight. You're going to see it all unfold the chaos with XCAL Racing Webshop Series live here on Motormouth Broadcasting. Good evening, folks. I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Obviously, the boss man of Motormouth Broadcasting, Mr. Big Jim Cunningham, alongside. Going to be flicking the cameras, however you want to look at it, and co-commentate with me as well. We got a little fishing pond out here. Got a couple of rednecks with some cold beer out here fishing in this little pond. Jim, buddy, what the hell's going on a Tuesday night? How are you, buddy?
Well, I'd rather be fishing, but no. Good to be here, man. I can go over there and drop a line in there before the race starts. No, man, good to be here. Love Indianapolis Raceway Park, Lucas Oil Speedway. Love this place. You know, outside of the South, I would say one of the best short tracks, you know, out there. You know, it's hard to pick anything over the likes of Bowman Gray and Hickory and all of those type places for their history and all of that stuff, because literally that's where stock car racing started. But Indianapolis Raceway Park, you know, this place is a fantastic short track. A lot of legends came up through this place, the likes of Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon raced here a lot, guys from the Midwest, you know, that came here. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be a cool event tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, some of those short tracks that you were talking about, Jim, one of them obviously up here around my neck of the woods, Nashville Fairgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
Damn good one right there. Love that place. And by the way, real quick, before we get these guys in there for these interviews, if you're one of those people that want that place to fail and you want that place to get bulldozed out and do whatever the hell they want to do to it, guess what? We got shame on you, on you. That is sad.
I can't imagine anybody that's watching this broadcast that would feel that way about the Nashville Fairgrounds. You know what I mean?
Broadcast new, but I'm sure there's others out there that probably
there are people that, you know, have issues with that. But you know what? Anybody that's watching this obviously likes short track racing, or you wouldn't be sitting here watching 275 lap street stock event on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I think that the people out there watching this obviously are going to support this type of event. But like you said, let's get those interviews going before I run out of time, which I do every week. So
yeah, let's see what we got right here. Obviously, Jim, I don't know if I want to piss him off or not. You know what? Screw it. Happy Meal, Alex Goodall up here in the broadcast booth. Hopefully that was him laughing and not
no,
Jim.
That was me.
It was you. Okay, so he may not be happy about that. Alex, what do you think about the whole Happy Meal deal and all that good stuff? I mean, you're 20th right now in the MVD standings. You know, your last one be able to lock in for the All-Star event, but what do you think about the whole Happy Meal nickname? What do you think about it?
You know, I've done it to myself. I think I definitely have a goal to reach here. Just gotta lock in and knock it off and show I'm here for real.
There you go. See, I like that. That actually, I might even lay off a little bit now after that statement. That was pretty good. Probably not, though. But
no, you won't.
You know, but seriously though, Jake talked about the fact that, you know, right now you are the last guy qualified for the for the All-Star race. I hate to see what happened to you last week. You know, like if you get wrecked on track or whatever, you wreck yourself, that's one thing. But when an equipment failure, or in this case an internet issue, causes you to get knocked out of a race, I can't stand to see that. I hate that for anyone. So, but that obviously does put a little pressure on you. You only got 3 weeks left, and you really need to probably throw up at least one good finish in there to make sure that you stay in that top 20. Is that something that you're concentrating on? I mean, obviously that car you're driving is a fast car, so it's kind of on you to bring it to the front.
Oh no, 100%. I definitely feel the pressure. The season looking forward are tracks that I enjoy, and I'm hoping, I don't need any outstanding finishes. I just need to be there, mid-pack at least.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Probably to lock yourself in, but I mean, you're driving the 48 car. There's got to be a bit of pressure there just to keep it up at the top of the points, and all of those things too. So, because this car is, I think, second in points right now, and it's, I mean, when people watch XCAL, they expect the 48 to be running up front.
Yeah, you would think I'd feel more pressure from the car owner. Funny enough, I feel more pressure from Richie. He's been driving this car part of the year, and he's been fast in it.
Yeah. Yes.
He's looking over at me expecting a lot.
Sure, that makes sense.
Hey, Jim, real quick before we cut him loose, because I know we got to get the J-Dog real quick. Alex, I haven't actually gotten to see your paint scheme, so I don't know exactly what you got on it, at least for this week. When will we get the Hamburglar, the Ronald McDonald, the Grimace and everything? Look, deal with it. Look, I got a 9-month-old. I know about all this shit. I know about all of it. But when are we going to start to get some McDonald's Happy Meal kind of paint schemes out there for Alex Goodall? Just for the hell of it.
Well, Flaming Karma can certainly produce one, I'm sure.
Yeah, that might be in the works now.
Go hustle some McDonald's sponsorship out there. All right, man. Hey, good luck tonight. And
don't get the McDonald's Wi-Fi. Don't get the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, don't hook up to McDonald's Wi-Fi anymore. But good luck tonight, man, and hopefully we get to talk to you after the race.
Yeah, thank you guys.
That was Alex Goodall. We'll send him down. We were actually trying to get a hold of J-Dog. Seems he actually hightailed it back to the
well, that's probably my
team.
fault.
You want me to try to bring him on up?
That's all right. No, we're all right. We were just going to touch base with him, about this dying rivalry here, on track. I mean, at this point we're not missing a whole lot. So as far as that goes, we'll catch up with him next week. We only got a minute or so before they start gridding. I tell you what, let's do this instead. Let's pull the points up and go over that. That way we can knock that out a little bit real quick here before this thing grids up.
Yeah, there's that fishing pond right there. That's probably got the biggest ass. I mean, bass on iRacing, obviously. Octavio Rondeletto up at the top of 405.44. Not points, money. Matthew Bear, the king, right there, sitting in the second spot as of right now. Stephen T. Rex now sitting in 30. Well, for a second, I thought he actually jumped the spot from last week. Rex, so. Pretty good. Jason Seams, obviously J-Dog, sitting right there on the fourth spot. Jack McKee right there fifth. All these guys up in the top six, they didn't even move none. With David Malgi right there. Ryan actually jumped 2 spots from last week, sitting at 7th. Jose, Brent, and Charles, Richie Joplin up 3 spots as well, sitting up into the top 10 as well.
Hey, real quick.
Look all the way down that top 20 right there. There is Alex Goodall. Yes, sir.
Real quick before this thing gets going here, because they're probably going to grid up here shortly. Folks, if you're watching this, that's real money, just so you know. Okay,
yes.
These ain't fake dollar figures.
Yeah, that ain't no gift cards.
No. This is the real deal. This is real money that these guys are going to collect, and we're only, bear in mind, we're only just barely 1/3 of the way through this season, so it's coming. So there's plenty more to be earned here. Don't look at the $29.59 down at the bottom, but these guys up at the top here, this is real money, man, and that's I just want people to realize that that's the case here. We'll cover the rest of the points after we get into the broadcast a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this grid going here.
Hey, real quick, Jim, $29.59. That's still real money. That's $30.
No, it is $30. That's right.
It's $30.
I do a lot for $30. Just so you know, I mean, I really, I would do a lot for $30. So there's that. Don't ask. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Not.
you did it to yourself.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. Let's get the grid lined up here tonight. Lucas Oil Raceway Park.
I'm waiting to see somebody grid up here. I don't know where all these cars are.
I think they all said. I think
there
they're
they are.
try to.
I found
No,
some. They're over
damn,
here
no,
on
there you
pit
go.
row, apparently. Let me, let's do that. Yeah, there
Everybody
we go.
showed up, and here we go. Get the lineup ready for round 13 of the XCAL Racing Webshop Series.
Hold up one
Starting
second.
on the pole.
Well, this is going to be quick. Give me 1 second. All right, now we're ready. Here we go.
Oh, we'll run through it very, very quick, Jim. I mean, obviously, we'll be able to very much. Richie Joplin going to be rolled off from the pole. Brent Mecca's going to be rolling off in P2. Jack McKee will start third, rather. Sean Andrews will start fourth, and J-Dog Sims will start fifth. Jose Gadino will be sixth, with Silent Joe Campbell starting in seventh. Albie Hewins will start in the eighth spot. Ryan Sims not. And good old Happy Mail Alex Goodall will be starting in P10. 275 laps around IRP. Jim, what are we thinking, baby? Short track racing under the lights here on a Tuesday night. They ain't no telling what the hell's going to happen right here. We may end up seeing some serious door banging and possibly some beef here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is that kind of track. I mean, we're getting into that short track schedule now. This place is 5/8 of a mile, so just slightly larger than a half mile. This is the kind of track where, to be honest, this place is wide enough that you can race around each other, but that doesn't mean somebody's not going to put the bumper to someone else.
Yeah, a very good possibility we may end up seeing that here tonight. Folks, wherever you're at, hold your loved ones tight. I got mine right here on my lap. Me, Jim Cunningham, and David Dean ready to rock and roll with XCAL Racing Webshop Series. We're underway at IRP. Richie Joplin down on the inside. Jack McKee in there as well. Brent Mecca's up on the top. McKee dives down to the inside. He tries to take a shot. He'll go to second. He's thinking for the lead. Not able to do it. Joplin puts the block on him. Mecca's goes back to third. There are double wide back there from the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th spots. Rather, actually, that's 7th through 10th back there. Nope, it was, yeah, damn it, I had it right, Jim. It was the 6th through the 9th with Albie Hewins rounded out the field. But front five, single file, working their way through 3 and 4. It's all led by Richie Joplin.
Yeah, great start by Richie there. And Jack McKee's trying to get up here and get up here in the front and lead some laps, it looks like, tonight. Obviously his Rookie of the Year counterpart that they're battling for the Rookie of the Year. But damn. Did he just get off to hit the wall there?
He did. May open the door for Jack. Jack down to the inside, maybe getting into the left rear. Not able to do it, though. Joplin almost bounces it off the wall. I think that might have been Sean Andrews in the 04. He about bounced it off the wall. These corners coming off of 2 and 4 here at IRP, Jim, have been very, very treacherous. At least it has been in the trucks and the Xfinity cars when I've drove at them. Street stocks, it ain't much different. This place will beat the hell out of you if you end up driving it wrong. Son, get away from the mouse. As here we go at the turn number 1 with Joplin trying to hold off Jack McKee right behind him.
A little broadcaster in the making there.
Yes, sir.
20 years, he'll be out there doing this himself. Probably won't even be that long.
You can hear him right now. He's over here hopping right now. He loves it.
Well, that's what Daddy does. So that's how it works. But yeah, man, Jack McKee's counterpart here in the Rookie of the Year is not here tonight, so that's gonna give him a little boost in the standings. So that's gonna be good for him. Trying to look at. Well, I'll talk about that later. I got a little story I'm gonna tell later. I'll do that when David decides to go to bed there.
You probably ain't going to be too far off from it, Jim. I tell you what, go ahead and tell the story. I'll be back here in about 2 minutes. Have at it, buddy.
All right. So, well, we got Jose Gadino back here, or Jose. Well, I can't. And today, when I was doing a little homework, a little research, And for those of you who don't know, there's a website out there called Garage 61, and it's a place that records your laps and telemetry and all these cool things that if you want to see how your car is driving and all that. And so I use that to go and do some fuel estimations, and so that I can, make some notes here and get some of our software working and whatnot. So I go into Garage 61 today, and I look up street stocks, and I look up Lucas Oil Raceway. And damn if Jose Godino doesn't have he had the fastest lap on Garage 61 around this place. I didn't look to see when it was set, but he turns out the fastest lap of any street stock ever around this place was held by Jose Godino. So I thought that was really cool. I'm not going to say it surprised me. I mean, it did kind of, just, because I recognized the name. Usually it's some guy I've never heard of. But, and tonight, he is currently, right now, the all-time leader in starts here in XCAL. And I believe tonight is his 165th career start. And which is, of course, the all-time leader, and he has started 131 consecutive starts. Also, the all-time leader. At 30 races a season, that's a hell of a lot of starts, I have to say. That's quite a few. But I did find that quite interesting that he was the fastest lap record holder here of any car ever. Of any street stock ever, so that was pretty cool. But back up here in front, we got obviously Richie Joplin still with Jack McKee behind him. Brett Meckes has kind of laid it in there tonight, and he's running. Is he running a different paint scheme tonight, or did what's my? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump inside the car here with him for a minute, and we're going to refresh these paints and see if he is running that paint scheme, or if my trading paints did not update properly. We shall see. All right. There we go. Trying to see here. We got Alex Goodall is up 4 spots. We were giving him a hard time with the Happy Meal thing, and as we have now for several weeks, but riding on board with him. But he's up 4 spots, right? Oh, that sun was blinding. We're going to take a look at that in a minute again. That's got to be rough as the sun goes down here. But he is doing the 48 proud right now, up 6 spots, or up 5 spots, into 5th place, as he just got by J-Dog. That's, we all know that the history those two have after Long Beach earlier this year. Didn't seem to be any roughhousing as he passed him. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's go back and take a look at that pass just to see if there was anything close there, or if he just, J-Dog may have just kind of let him go. It might be a little early in the race. Yeah. J-Dog might have squeezed him a little bit just to make him nervous. But that was a good, clean pass, though. But I'm sure J-Dog's not ready to fight. It's too early in this race to put your stuff in jeopardy at this point. Alex is driving a car that's 2nd place in points, but as we know, we talked about earlier, he is 20th right now in qualifying for the All-Star race. So he needs to have a good finish, whereas J-Dog, his car is 4th in points. I think he's currently 5th in driver's points, but his car is 4th in points. So not a time to put up a fight yet. Save that for a little later in the race. Back up here to the front. Looks like Jack's putting a lot of pressure on Richie. We'll see if that materializes into passing him, or if he's just staying in there tucked in. Just even at a place like this, you can draft and get a little get a little fuel saving going, and every little bit helps here in these races, especially with the amount of pit stops that we're going to have. Roughly, let's see, we were roughly going to need probably 3 fuel cycles tonight, and that's going to require some saving to get it done on that. But it's going to be close. It might actually. They might need a little short pit stop for a little splash there towards the end of the race, but yeah, we'll see how this shakes out as this first cycle runs through. A lot's going to depend on, how hard they're pushing early on and if they can save fuel or not. I'll tell you what, this is a great track. I want to go back on board with one of these drivers, though. We'll ride up here. We'll jump in with Jack. I want to see that sun. It's setting pretty fast, so it's probably not going to be blinding for too very long. But boy, when it hit the windshield there earlier, it makes it sure hard to see. You might already.
Yeah, Jim.
Oh, there he is. Might already. Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh, there's that sun right there. Wow.
Yeah, it's getting behind the trees though. It's going down fast.
Yeah, I mean, Jim, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but a lot of these tracks that we come to, not only for XCAL, but other races that we call and everything else, when you end up having the sun going down and the grandstands ain't able to block it, it sucks to drive going around these corners and being able to try to get yourself lined up and be able to see what's going on, whether or not you're coming off the corner, going in the corner, going middle way down the back. Doesn't matter. It is a pain in the ass, when the sun, especially when you're out here trying to race other drivers, like you're seeing right here, Alex Goodall. He's actually the biggest gator right now. Old Happy Meal right here may end up telling us shut the hell up when this is all said and done. Jim, up here inside the top 5 right here, may have a shot for a top 3.
Yeah, I mean, he said that he was comfortable with this string of tracks that we're coming to, and I don't really. Maybe at some point we'll find out what his background is. Maybe he comes from short track racing. I don't know. But he certainly seems comfortable so far here. But I mean, I don't know how much these guys are just saving their stuff right now and just taking it easy, or if he is or if he's just legitimately flying right now. I mean, we know that car's fast. We know that team is capable of putting a good setup in that car.
Yep.
That's there's a lot of good drivers on that team. So there's plenty of setup work that gets done during the week. That's something that we probably can talk about a little bit too, is the amount of effort that goes into preparing these cars for this race every week. It's not like they just come in here on Tuesday nights and hop in and drive. There's several practice sessions during the week, where they're out there dialing in their setups, and especially on a team like Flaming Karma here, they have numerous practice sessions, and they dial these setups in and tune them to each of the drivers and stuff like that. I mean, as we see J-Dog here coming on around Sean, it seems like Sean Andrews is he ain't going backwards a little bit. I think that's probably, probably by choice, I would guess. He's just taking it easy, just saving his stuff. Problem is, you can get lapped here pretty fast. You got to be careful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to be very, very careful about that. Silent Joe Campbell may end up getting the opportunity to get lapped here in a little bit. Rich Joplin actually about half the track, at least from what I was seeing as far as laps. So, I mean, that's what you're looking at. But back to what you were talking about, Jim, with, some of the effort that these guys go in to building these setups each and every week. You got to think, folks. I mean, this is like that old school, and I'll put it the way I see it. This, Jim. I mean, you can chime in whenever you're ready on this, but it's kind of like that old school down south dirt track that we see, around here, where you got the people, that work their 9 to 5 throughout the day.
Oh, yeah.
Come home, work a little bit on the car, and then they go racing on the weekend. That's what you more or less are getting right here with XCAL. These old boys, they work their ass off throughout the day. They come in and they tinker. They work. They try to get their car right. Try to get it figured out. Try to get this. Try to get that. They work on all that, and then you fluff on it all week, and then you have some kind of crap that happens, like that happened to Alex Goodall last week.
Yeah.
That right there will make you end up taking the money that you was working for to go buy a brand new damn TV. Because I would have took my beer and threw it through that sumbitch and busted a hole in it. I would have. You would have too, I'm sure.
In my younger days, certainly, I've learned that breaking
I'd have
things.
done it at 34, and I'm 34 right now. I'd have done it this age. That right there I would have lost my mind last week on that right there if I was Alex Goodall. I'd have lost it.
Well, that is very frustrating, but it's entertaining to see him up here running in fourth tonight. Especially with J-Dog behind him, because that tells me that as it gets down later in the race, J-Dog doesn't want to finish behind that dude. This rivalry may be dying because Goodall hadn't really had the finishes or anything, but he starts finishing in front of J-Dog, and I'm pretty sure that could heat right on back up. And J-Dog's going to want to end up taking his Happy Meal toy away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he very much may end up taking that shot at him, to be able to try to make it happen. Up front, while all this is going on right here, Rich Joplin is not necessarily running away with it.
No.
By no means is he running away with this damn thing, because Jack McKee literally, there he is, just that close. It's just how close, obviously, Jack McKee is.
That thing's spitting fire out, man.
Him over. Wow.
That thing's spitting some flames out when he lets off the gas. That unburnt fuel coming out that exhaust pipe. Did you see him just bump the wall there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just scuffed the wall. Of course, that's short track racing too, man. There's a little bit of that.
Oh yeah.
These cars are built to handle a little bit of that kind of stuff,
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what these street stocks is all about, and that's what XCAL is all about. Speaking of which, if you want to show your love and rep XCAL in any way possible, website with the merch, XCALRacing.com / is that a slash or is that a back?
That's whatever. It's, yeah.
Which one is
web
that?
shop. I don't know.
The one? Well, no. I'm talking about the backslash.
I don't know.
Well, the one that starts at the bottom and then goes toward the right and goes up. Is that backslash or is that just a slash? What the hell is that?
I think it's a slash. It's that one.
Okay, that one. That's the one you do, because if you get a backslash, you may end up in a completely different place, and I don't want to catch no shit.
Yeah, no, it could be bad.
Exactly.
You never know. It could be the dark web out there. You don't want to end up in the dark web.
You don't want to do that. XCALRacing.com / shop. And obviously on all of that as well, there's multiple click 'em uppers up here at the top. You can get in with the sponsorship over the XCAL as well.
Click 'em uppers.
Well, I've always called it that over there, with any website. I mean, even with this SDK that you got, there's some clicker uppers, that little gearbox up there in the top right. You can use that. But anyway, all the cool stuff. The Pilla has yet to make it to the website.
No, I know.
I've looked, and that damn Pilla is not there.
No, not yet. I think there is a Pilla on there, though, or a couple of Pillas, actually.
Oh, there is. It's just not the one that.
Yeah, well, we don't have the Lamborghini pillow, no.
Yeah,
but,
we ain't get that.
To be fair, the presentation that Rob, which we're missing old Rob tonight. Apparently, he had some prior commitments and could not join us tonight. But he may pop in later. Who knows? The way he presented the Lamborghini pillow, the picture, probably didn't really make people want to purchase it that bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the most flattering picture. You know, well, I mean, let's be honest.
But it wasn't the damn thing between his legs?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. Ain't nobody gonna buy that.
But apparently there are some cool pillows on there. But you know what? And of course they got these pinned T-shirts with these really cool sponsor things on them right now. That they're I don't want to say they're fake sponsors, but they're creative sponsors. We'll just say, and some of them are hilariously funny. And we've been talking about them for a few weeks, and they start pretty cheap. I think under $20. I want to say like 17, 18 bucks, something like that. And you can support your favorite driver out here and support XCAL. All that money goes to help promote the league and broadcast it, and goes into these prize pools and different things that XCAL does. There's a lot of really cool things they do for these drivers. I'm gonna get a picture over the next few weeks and I'll post it on here during the race. You should see the frickin' trophies they give out, dude. They are insane. They are literally the best trophies I have ever seen in any kind of like something that wasn't, like a big time sport, like NFL. So I mean, like big old crystal trophy and the freaking championship. The car owner's trophy is huge, and they're really cool, man. I mean, they do some cool stuff here. So tonight I was sent a picture. I said, give me something to talk about tonight in the from the web shop. I want to talk about something, and I don't know if he figured this out on his own, or if he just got lucky and sent this to me. But he sent me. I don't know if you know what a camp shirt is. Are you familiar with that term, Jake?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I wear camp shirts because I'm a big old boy and I like a loose fit and kind of cool kind of shirt. And he sent me this XCAL Racing Webshop camp shirt. Man, it's freaking awesome looking, man. You should see a picture of this thing. I should have got a screenshot of it, and I'm going to start trying to promote some of the merchandise. I'm going to get some pictures of stuff and start, while we're talking about it, and show it in here. But man, this freaking shirt is awesome. I would love to own one. I do need to go to the website and see if it comes in my size, because I'm not sure that they have Abdullah the tent maker out there working for them. So it's entirely possible that they don't have one in my size.
I'm sorry. Who now?
Abdullah the tent maker. You never heard of that?
Oh, wow. That went way different than what I thought you said, to be honest with you, Jim. I thought you said tent maker.
Oh, no. Tent.
I got it backwards.
That's my southern accent.
Excuse me for
everything together,
Well, excuse me, because, I don't want to offend some out there.
Yes.
Boob maker.
Yes.
Boob
no,
maker. Boob maker. Okay,
tent.
There you go.
For those of you that don't know, they call me Big Jim for a reason.
Boy, that was a hell of a transition.
Yeah, well, I got to get out of the, actually it was kind of, they call me Big Jim for a reason. But that's another story entirely. But, for those of you that don't know, I'm 6'8", a little bit over 300 pounds, big old boy. So I require large size shirts, and I am going to go check right now while Jake commentates on this race here. I am going to go find out what size this thing is available.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Let's see what he's going to go check that out, but up here at the front, we've actually had some pretty cool
they got it in my size.
Comments. Damn, that was quick.
Up to 6XL.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
They even got your size, dude. Extra small but tall. Oh, no. That's
shit. Come on.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Believe it or not, 6'3", 170 pounds, and I wear an extra large. But by the time you throw it in the washing machine, it's going to draw up. All this BS about shirts and everything else, and this battle has yet to let up. Brent Mecca's not too far back from it, a little over a second. Jack McKee still right in behind Richie Joplin. But what I was going to say was, we've actually had, pretty substantial, couple of people lighting it up out there in the live chat. Obviously, if you're new here, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Keep up with everything going on with Motormouth Broadcasting over here with Mr. Big Jim Cunningham. They call him Big Jim for a reason, and you stick around long enough, he'll probably tell you why. Laugh, Jim, laugh. There you go. But anyway, we got some of you out there. The Rolo Zone, going to be a good show tonight. Bummed I'm not out there. Obviously, I don't know who the hell that is, Jim. I have no idea.
I'm not looking right now. I'm studying the XCAL web shop.
Shirts.
I am looking at these shirts, to be honest with you. I'm looking. Poro's Silent Joe, man. Just went a lap down here. We are at 50. Wow, we are almost at 60 laps. We're on lap 60. This thing's flying by, man. We're going to be needing pit stops here before too very long.
Yeah, Jim, I mean, that was something else you were talking about, somewhere around that 90 lap range.
Yeah, ish. Yeah, somewhere in
might be, somewhere around that 90 lap-ish range is where you might see some of these guys dump it on down and come on down pit road and get some service. I do want to, right there, obviously, is the exit coming out of the pits, but this is a technical ass track right here to get down pit road. There is your pit entry right there where that wall is.
I watched several guys in practice lock them up and almost lost control of the car getting into pit road.
Oh.
Yeah, several guys. I was in here, watching practice beforehand, and there were several guys that got in trouble trying to get on pit road.
Yeah, look where you get when you come off of pit road right there. Just for a split second, you saw a blue cone over there. You cannot get back up on the racing surface until you pass that blue cone when you're coming off of pit road.
Yes.
Meaning you got to keep it below the double yellow line. Shit, I've been calling super speedway racing. That yellow line, this one right here to your left.
That one.
Yes, that yellow line. You got to keep the car up under that yellow line till that blue line right there that you just saw for just a split second.
And I tell you what you don't realize is there's all kinds of trash and crap down there and rubber off these tires the marbles that have gotten down there. And if you get a little too hot trying to get back on the track fast and get back up to speed too quick, you can lose it and spin it down there.
Yeah, I mean, you really could. I mean, you could bust your ass big time down there on that inside, so you got to be careful about that. But nobody really thinking about that right now, Jim. Nobody's really worried about that right now. We're still, we still got a little bit. Still got a little bit, maybe about 25 laps, obviously 25, 26 laps until we'll elect to make pit stops, for some of these guys. Some may try to stretch it. Some may try to go piss on it. Let's go 100 laps.
Oh, no,
see if they can maybe stretch it 100 laps. You don't think they can make it 100?
Based on everything that from the people I talked to and the research I did, I don't see that happening. I think 90 is going to be out at the far end. I've been wrong before, but I talked to some folks tonight. I tried to gather as much, proper broadcast. I tried to actually go gather some information. I did some recon work, so to speak, And I think 90.
The way you said that.
I know, recon, right? Well,
No, that wasn't what I was talking about. The way you said that was you actually go out and, do some research.
Oh, I do.
Are we doing beef somewhere?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I went out and.
Did
you hear my Jose Godino story when you were putting David to bed?
No, I did not. I did not. But
I'll give you the real short version of it, just so you know.
Okay, that'll work.
So you know what Garage 61 is? I went on Garage 61 and I looked up street stocks and at IRP or Lucas Oil, and I'll be damned if the fastest lap on Garage 61 street stocks at Lucas Oil wasn't Jose Godino. The fastest lap.
Shit.
Yeah. Fastest lap on Garage 61. Of all the laps on Garage 61, fastest one was Jose Godino. I don't know when he said it. I didn't look to see when the session was, but Yeah, fastest lap ever done in a street stock around this place was by him, was by Gadino. So,
What was the time? Do you remember?
I don't. I didn't really. I was more just shocked that I saw his name up there first, you know. It's usually it's just usually some guy you never heard of, you know. I mean, the likelihood that you know the guy who's the fastest lap somewhere, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that caught me off guard. I didn't look at the time because I was there looking at fuel burn per lap so I could calculate fuel mileage and doing my reconnaissance work, and out there gathering information. That's what I was doing. And I learned that Gadino happens to have the fastest lap ever here in the street stock.
Yeah, you were about the only one to be able to do the reconnaissance.
Come on, dude. You ought to be able to say that as much Black Ops as you've played in your life.
Reconnaissance.
There you
Black
go.
Ops. Well, that was when Call of Duty was good. But,
yes, well, we won't get into that, but that's another story.
Yeah, we're going to get into a whole different story on that one.
Story for another time.
But like I was saying, Jim, I mean, you know, I appreciate you doing the reconnaissance. I mean, hell, you pay me to do this, and you're the one doing the reconnaissance because I can't do the reconnaissance because I ain't got the time because I'm trying to raise a kid.
Well, it's early. If it was later. If it was later, you would be able to do that. But
at time,
you know, if these races started later, then you would be able to. But you can't because oh wow, that is cool as shit. Okay, so anyway, I did not know this was going to come out like this, and it's going to be really neat when I show you. You're going to like it too. So
that sounded wrong.
No, it's gonna be cool.
Go ahead.
Right, I wanted to show you the shirt because I really like this shirt. I really want this shirt. Okay, and as you know, purple is a color that's in my color palette because of why?
Right.
Because of the LSU Tigers, right? So
yes.
Check this.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. So it's not freaking crimson. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there we go.
What you got?
But anyway, yeah, we definitely got beef there. That's another story, though. So check it out, though. Look at this.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hell, I thought you was going to send it to me. What?
No, right there on the screen. There it is. Look at that.
You got to be shitting me.
I love that. That is freaking awesome, dude. Look at that. I love that shirt. Uh-oh. Good all.
I wonder if I can make it purple into red. What if I can do that?
They probably have one in red, but who would want that? Dude, Alex Goodall is already on pit road on lap 74. Unless he's short pitting here, they're spreading out his, because like I said, if they don't think they can make it on, let's see, 1, 2. So if they don't think they can make it on 2 pit stops, then they're going to require a short third pit stop. He may be averaging that out, and that's why he's in pits. But I have to say I'm a bit shocked that he's in at lap 75. So that's a bit surprising to me.
Well, that right there obviously is. I mean, like you said, Jim. I mean, you're shooting it when you're shooting 90 laps, and that's.
I mean, let's say 85. Even
Yeah.
Oh, look at Brent Meckes here.
Yeah, I mean, 90s like literally.
Look at Jack.
Oh, wow, Jack McKee getting up under the wall. Brent Meckes down to the inside. He'll take over the number 2 spot.
Them tires.
Gonna let Richie Joplin get on out there a little over a second.
Them tires on Jack's car, boy, the way that back end was kicking out there, he's done wore that right rear off that car there.
He'd do what he had to do, try to stay with Joplin, and it may end up burning him up and end up screwing him up, rather, as Brent Meckes able to get around him and actually starting to kind of I mean, he's not hauling ass getting up there, Jim, but he is closing the. Actually, screw it. He gained about 2/10 in that corner. He is moving.
He just bounced it off the wall, too. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Man. These tires are wearing out, dude. They said, well, like I said, on my reconnaissance mission from earlier, in full Black Ops gear, I was out there doing recon. I found out that these tires are screaming really bad at the end of a fuel run here. Just depending on the way you drive the car. If you drive it in hard, your right front's going to be shot, and if you're a little too hard on it getting off the corner, your right rear is going to be shot. So just depending on the way your driving style, again, for me, I kind of float it in there a little bit because I don't want it pushing up the track on me. You probably drive it in too hard, would be my guess.
Done it that way for 34 years.
That's right. Oh, really? 34, huh? All 34 of them you've been doing it that way.
Well, maybe not all 34 years,
right.
But I might have
maybe like
imagined
the last 29 or 20. I mean, 19 years or so.
Yeah.
Not 29 either. That's bad. Oh, looky here, looky here.
Here we go, baby. Brett Beckett's going to stay out.
Yep.
Joplin flip-flopping back.
Yep. Where's he at? He's on 85, 82.
80 right here, so Jim. Oh, boy, I don't know right here.
Oh, well, I don't know if well, I guess Gerald shared it in the chat, so he doesn't I guess he's sharing it with the world, so we can also put it out there. That they made a pre-race adjustment that has hurt the right rear on McKee's car, I guess. So, yeah, so that could be a thing. And I don't know if that's an adjustment that they can take out during the race, or if they're just stuck and going to have to change the driving style a little bit to acclimate to the adjustment.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that one either, Jim. I mean, there's when the race starts, your hands are damn near tied to a certain extent.
Yeah, for sure.
You could possibly make tire adjustments, possibly the spring, but unless there's been some kind of off-the-wall update here recently, last time I checked, you cannot change the track bars. While you're racing, you can't adjust the track bars. You can't adjust the wedge. Which, by the way, real quick before Brent Meckes comes down pit road, we got beef.
What you got beef?
Why in the hell can they do that on pit road? Can NASCAR drivers or street stock, for that matter, any kind of deal? Why can you adjust the wedge of the track bar? You should be able to do that shit. But you can't do it on iRacing. Why? Why can you not make that adjustment on pit road? But you can do it in a real race. It's supposed to be just like the real world. Why iRacing? Why can we not have that adjustment? That's
tire pressure and driving style are the only changes that you can make, other than brake bias, of course, as well, which could shift the balance of the car a little bit. When you get on the brake going into the corner here, because I don't imagine that they're just lifting and coasting here. They might be, though. They may not be on the brake here. I haven't, to be honest, I don't know that I've ever driven IRP in a street stock. I've driven it certainly in other vehicles, but I don't know if I've ever driven a street stock here or not. If I'm being completely honest, street stock was never my favorite car to drive. Because, to be honest with you, I'd spin it out all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did too.
I mean, to be honest with you, especially some of the, I'll never forget. I gave up on street stocks when they went to the Charlotte Legends Roval, or the Charlotte Legends Oval. That little flat, short little bastard at Charlotte Motor Speedway, right there on the front stretch. And I kept spinning the car out. I just didn't have the throttle control for that back then. That was a long time ago. But I decided that getting out of rookies in the street stock wasn't going to happen. So I went and did it in the Legends cars instead. I love the Legends cars.
That's what I was fixing to say, though, Jim, is everybody that's been on iRacing, and maybe not, but for the most part, when you got on iRacing, you got your subscription, and you got in here and you started racing, and you wanted to be able to make it to the D-Class level. When you were in the street stocks at the Charlotte Oval, not the Legends Oval, but the big one,
Oh, well, that's like
What'd
super
you do
speedway.
9 times out of 10? Yeah, but what'd you do 9 times out of 10? Get right at the back, let the shit happen in front of you, and just rack up the safety points.
Well, that's true. I mean,
There you go.
No,
That's how
that's
you do
true. That's true. By the way, we had 3 guys make it 2 lap 90 or past, and Mekis is still out there,
Mekis is
and
still-
we're on lap 94 now.
Yeah, I mean, you think about that, though, Jim. I mean, if he's able to make it work,
He's
possibly
gonna
go
be
to
able to do
100,
this.
there's
He's
that
gonna be able to
advantage
do
right
this
there.
race on 2 stops.
Easily.
Not
be
easily,
able to
but I
do
mean,
stuff. Oh, yeah.
because it's
Oh, yeah.
275 laps, so 90 times 3 would be 180. Right? No, wait. Let's see. 4 stops. Whatever.
If he goes 100,
Guys-
if he goes 100,
Well, no. Let's see. Well, if it
100
goes
and
100, then.
yeah.
But no. So 90. Okay. This. Folks, I got to take my shoes and socks off. I apologize. I can't count that high.
Here, I'll get a damn
No,
calculator.
90. So then you got 180. Then you got 270. Okay. So. So it's 275. So 90 is the number. You got to get to at least 90 or 91 to potentially get home. So all 3 of those guys that pitted past lap 90 have a good shot of doing this on 2 stops. If you stopped on lap, 80,
Like 83,
85,
Richie Joplin.
75, like Alex Goodall did, you make it an extra stop. So I will say that looking here at Goodall, though, he didn't need a full tank of fuel, it doesn't look like. I don't know. That's interesting. I guess, well, they probably got their own little strategy going on there, trying to keep that 40 up there. I will give him this. He's running solidly in 4th place tonight. He's 3+ seconds ahead of J-Dog at this point. J-Dog did go significantly longer on his pit cycle, though. He went all the way to lap 91. Which, if he does that a few times, there's a good chance that he's going to be able to make the race on 2 stops as well. So we'll see. Mekis is finally in on pit road. Let's see. He's a spot. Ooh, he almost overshot his box, but he didn't. And got the fuel can in there and taking care of business, putting some tires on it. We'll see where he comes back out when this thing's all said and done. Let's see what tire fall off was. Let's take a look at that. So what was his last lap time?
34 seconds, Jim, but obviously, I mean, you're also factoring in him coming down pit road.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
no,
that's what gets me on that one.
Yeah, we should have looked at that right before he pitted just to see what the tire fall off was. Let's see. Let's take a look here at Goodall, since he's been back out there for over 20 laps now on tires. What's his fall off? So not much.
About
not much.
Yeah, about 4/10,
Yeah, not
give
much.
or take.
Yeah, and that's off his best lap. So
Which he actually has the fastest lap of the race.
does he really? Wow.
Yeah, I'm not making that shit up.
Well, let's see. Let's take a look at it. Fastest lap.
I wasn't making a joke. I was being dead serious. He's got it purple.
It does. Why is that red? That
It
doesn't
does.
look red. Let's get that over to the right proper color there.
I mean, it ain't much, but it's there.
No, he does.
I mean,
It's a 100th of a second, but nevertheless, that's interesting. It's him and J-Dog. I bet you if J-Dog do that, he would try to find the extra 100th or 2 just to get back ahead of him, just for the hell of it.
Well, I mean, and think about this. Alex Goodall sitting 4th. You see J-Dog right there, obviously 5th, and then you go down the line, Jack McKee, Ryan Seams, Brett Mekis, obviously top 5 for the fastest laps.
Yep.
But just like I mentioned, Alex Goodall sitting in 4th, J-Dog Seams sitting in 5th. They're separated, Jim, by
A few seconds.
about 3 seconds.
No, it's more.
That's where they're separated at, so the rivalry could end up kicking back up right here. Well, 11.9 to 15.2. My math sucks. So
Yeah,
take
well,
it forward.
again, I still got my shoes and socks off, so I ought to be able to do that, But, no, I mean, I think J-Dog's running exactly where he wants to be running. That's his style, but he's scuffing it off the wall there, too. Well, I tell you what, they're not – this place is – eventually those little wall scrapes start to catch up to you. They do over time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're back up here with the leader after the pit cycle and everything cycled back around. It kind of cycled right back to where it was, with Richie in first, Jack McKee running second, Brent Meckes here in third, and Goodall up 6 spots into fourth. That's like I said, it kind of cycled back around to that again. But we're going to start seeing the differences in pit times when they pitted is going to start playing in as this race goes on and on. And I have to say, I said it last week, I loved where Brent Meckes was, and it showed in the end. And I feel the same way today, man. I really do. I feel like I like where he's at right now. His car's plenty quick enough, and he is got a huge advantage on fuel, which means he's been saving, and he's still quick.
Yeah. I mean, he really has. I mean, he really has, obviously, with hell, damn near, 15 lap advantage as far as the tires and the gas goes. You got to look at it as there's a possibility that, if this goes green, which odds are, Jim, it's going green. I mean, just throwing that out there, odds are, unless something crazy happens right here, caution ain't coming out. We're going green all the way to 275, at least I would think.
There's a good chance of that, for sure.
Damn good chance of that. And, with Brent playing the strategy that he's playing right now, so you do your math and say, Jim, I'll take this one right here.
You got it?
I'll help you out right here. So, he went in at 98. Okay, so you got 98. All right. Well, say he runs another 98. Let's just say he does.
Yep.
Okay, that's 196.
Ooh.
Then just say he flips around and he goes another 98. Well, son of a bitch, he's 24. Well, no. Right at 19 laps. 20 laps, give or take, more on that one. So
that means even on his second pit stop, he's going to be able to short fuel that car and get off pit road quicker.
Yeah.
And as we know here from the incredible information that is shared with us by some of our car owners, mainly Joe Cool, that...
Here's the thing, Jim, that is going to be the stop. Is his second pit stop. It's going to be the money stop. Because he ain't going in a third time because, like I said right there, say he ran him 98 laps, with 20 laps over if he went ahead and done the same damn thing that he did right then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think the guys that are definitely, I would say, okay on 2 stops is Meckes and potentially J-Dog and Ryan Seems.
Yep.
Other than that,
everybody else,
probably Jose Godinho, probably
possibly.
Him. Maybe. That's close, but that's still. But these guys that pitted on 83, 84, obviously 75, 85. Those are going to be sketchy to get through, because that's a big jump in savings for just one pit cycle, Because so I think that you're going to see the haves and the have-nots here really come out at the end of this race. Again, that's assuming that this thing goes green. We all saw what happened to the King a few weeks back. Yeah. He had the pit cycle. He was the only guy that was going to be able to miss the last stop. And damn if a caution didn't come out and ruin that strategy. And then he ended up getting wiped out or in a wreck, or got into a wreck. Where he had, got into a wreck. I'll just leave it, whether it was his own fault or somebody else's. That's another story. But by the way, Matt is in the King is in the chat with us tonight. By the way, he commented earlier when Brent was up front saying that 67 was running where it belongs. So I don't know if he's on his phone at a baseball event or where he's at, but he's out there.
He's umpired.
Is he? Or he might be. You know.
Well, I don't know. Hell, I'm just guessing. I was just screwing around. I mean, I would think he probably is.
I thought you were just throwing it. I mean, he probably did. He probably did have some baseball tonight, but I don't know if he's back home and in the. He's probably in their, their strategy headquarters here on Discord, potentially.
Possibly.
But yeah, I think I completely lost my train of thought there.
That's my fault. I'll take that. That's my fault.
I got sidetracked, but I'm just saying that the strategy's great if the race goes caution free. But one caution changes that for every. All of a sudden, Alex Goodall could be right back on the pit cycle, and everything's good. Yeah. He's good to go, and
Yeah.
So
I mean, and damn it! See, now I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Jack McKee, Richard Joplin. Whoo! Jack wearing his ass out, literally wearing him out on the back end, and
they've been that way for 100 laps, though. I mean, 115 laps they've been running like that, pretty much.
I mean, they really have, Jim. I mean, it's crazy to see that. If you think about it, when Reggie and Jack right there just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Not necessarily back and forth. I mean, just, Jack staying right up, up under him, and Joplin just sitting right there as well. Jack, he has took a couple of shots. He has took a couple of shots. He's a little bit here, a little bit there, bump a little here, bump a little bit there, nothing really happening. Eventually, Jack may overstep it just a tad. It may end up knocking him sideways, may end up not necessarily knocking him sideways, but just overdrive the corner a little bit, knock him up toward the outside retaining wall. It can happen. And Jack may get a little bit over antsy right here with Richie. I wouldn't think he would, and I don't think it'd be a smart idea for him to do it, but who knows, Jim?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see that happening. I don't see that happen until we get late in the race. But if I'm being honest, where those guys pitted, by the time we get to the end of this race, if it doesn't go, if this thing goes caution free to the end, they won't be battling for the lead at the end of this race. They may be battling each other. And they may need to, and Jack may end up putting the bumper to him to get by him or something, but it won't be for the win if this thing keeps going like it's going and goes caution free, because Mekas has got him covered right now on his pit strategy, I think. I mean, he's in the best position fuel-wise. He's running in third place behind these two guys who clearly at this point are more than likely going to have to pit one additional time. Even if it's a short pit, they're still going to have to. So if this thing goes caution free, I think Mekas has got him covered right now. I really do. But again, we thought the King had him covered a few weeks ago too, right up till he didn't.
Right, absolutely, and I mean, we think that, but Jim, remember the Buffalo Nickel reference that I had just a second ago?
I do, yeah. That was a little more than a second ago. Actually, that was.
Well, oh yeah.
That was. Was that even? I'm not even sure that was on the broadcast. I think that was pre-race, but still.
Anyway, if I had a chance, if I had a Buffalo Nickel right here in my pocket, Brett Mekas, I'm betting on your ass to end up winning this right here. I mean, unless something crazy happens and it throws this strategy off, I don't see it happening. But I'd go with Brett Mekas. Now, if caution comes out and it ends up screwing him, I'll probably get cussed out later this week. And trust me, Brent, I'll go ahead and throw it out there, buddy. You ain't the first one.
He's too good of a guy for that anyway, man.
Well, I thought that about a couple of people as well.
Now,
and then
Matt Bear may light you up because that's his car. That's his car number out there. Oh, he's on his way home from baseball. He says.
Yeah.
Brent knows the strategy, though. Yeah.
I mean, well, think about this though, Jim. It's like I said, I mean, I've thought in the past, some of these guys, pretty good guys, you know, and then I end up giving them the jinx in the race, and then they start sending me messages like, you know, start sending me like Will Smith kind of deal, you know, keep my name out your effing mouth, and you sorry son of a bitch, don't do it again.
Oh,
you know,
that
I mean,
was the best
so
reference ever right there, I have to say.
Well, I mean, literally, if I remember correctly, I actually had one driver actually send me them little memes. You know what I'm talking about? The little memes with the pictures that move around, and it's got the words down there, and it literally says, quote unquote, keep my name out your out your effing mouth or whatever.
I can just about guess what league that came from, and it's the league that you and I know well. And
sure?
That doesn't surprise me based on some of the memes I've seen in their Discord over time. Yeah.
That
doesn't surprise me.
It was one driver. I love him to death, and he only done it.
Somebody I know.
No, I ain't doing that.
No,
I ain't gonna do that. No, to give it away.
He'd give it away. Oh, it would?
No, it wasn't him. No, man, he's too young to. No, he wouldn't roll that way.
I wouldn't think of him. No, he's way too. Oh. That kid's way too. I'm not gonna say anybody's names because it'll give the league away. But that kid would never do that. He's like the nicest guy in the world. No, that would not happen.
I will say this though,
he would
Jim,
look good in one of these street stocks, though, wouldn't he?
Damn sure would. I mean that. Speaking of wood. I mean, he'll wooden it all the way around.
Yes, he would.
We're actually talking about a driver, folks. For another series.
Yes.
That I call on the Friday night series.
16 years
old. And Matt, I'm sorry, buddy, but if you didn't want your name up right here, so I'll apologize ahead of time if you didn't want his name
let's be
represented.
honest.
But
you and I have talked off camera, completely away from broadcast. This has nothing to do with content for the broadcast or none of that. You and I both have talked about investing in a car in this league and putting him in that car because he's that fast, and we think that he would be very competitive in this league. We literally have talked about that off camera, away from the broadcast completely. We have said on several occasions that we ought to put that kid in a car in this league. Look at this here, lapping Andrews, man.
Think about the side hustle we've been making off of that right there.
I know, right? And then just think about this: we could really do it upright and we could secure sponsorships because we could just keep the car on camera all the time. Look at the TV coverage you're getting. 2 hours of TV coverage right here.
Of his car, yeah. I mean, we're screwed. Anyway, but damn it, the lap traffic right here. I mean, all of it right here. Sean Andrews right here in this mix as well.
Silent Joe.
Joe Campbell down there on the inside. Obviously, they're working their way around him. And it ain't done yet. I mean, literally. I mean, they're coming up on Ryan Seams right here in front of them. And Ryan got to be
in front of him. Oh, shit, right there.
Oh, shit, right there.
That caught me off guard.
He's there.
Damn, dude, they're about to lap. They half this field fixing to be lapped.
Sixth spot. Yeah, I mean, they're both about to lap up to the 6th spot of Ryan Seams. And then you get that issue of, Ryan maybe trying to hold his ground, don't want to let nobody by. And then obviously, race directors and all them, they get their ass in the middle of that. And this is a bunch of, it's a rough deal. Rough deal.
This is where cautions can happen. A guy's trying to stay on the lead lap, or he starts to put a guy who maybe his car. By the way, he's got the Martian guy on the side of his car. Did you see that?
I did, Jim.
I got sidetracked.
I did.
They just trading pain. Look at this, would you?
Yeah, Martian may end up on Richie Joplin's car before it's all said and done. Jack McKee, look out, 3 wide. Is he going to go there? Hot diggity damn, he thought about it. Not able to do it. Now Ryan Seams up top. Jack almost sends his ass up the hill. Actually, that's exactly what he did. Trying to get Ryan Seams out of the way. And now Joplin, for the most part, got a little bit of breathing room right here over Jack McKee for this race lead.
Well, not much. He's right back on his ass as quick as possible.
I said a little bit.
I mean, it didn't last long, did it? You know, that again, we don't have a ton of experience with Jack McKee, but, you know, Rob has kind of shed some insight into him a little bit. By the way, we miss you, Rob, if you're out there watching tonight, but I know you're probably not. You probably, who knows? I'm not even going to speculate on where the gummies are at this evening. But anyway, you know, Jack's not afraid to put the bumper to somebody. He's also probably not afraid to run you up the track to get you out of the damn way. You know, so that would be the insight that I feel like we've gained from commentating with Rob. You know, so but I can't. I got to go back to the Martian. And what is the Martian's name on Seam's car? What is his name? Is it Marvin? Was it Marvin the Martian? What was his name? He was from Looney Tunes.
Marvin.
Huh? Marvin?
I think it was Marvin, yes.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like Marvin the Martian. Okay. Sorry, folks, got sidetracked. That happens a lot to me. It's that ADD thing, you know. Look, squirrel. Damn, man. J-Dog is right
Marvin
there.
the Martian, yes, sir.
J-Dog is right there, dude. They've got half this field lap, man. This is turning into... I mean, these guys are really rolling up
down
here.
drag out.
Yeah, their pace is pretty fast, which also indicates to me that they're going to struggle. Well, I think they've already accepted the fact they're going to have to make the one extra pit stop, and that's probably why they're hauling ass. You know, trying to build as much of a lead as they can so that they can negate the fact that they're going to have to make that extra pit stop, even if it is for a relatively small splash of gas, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jim, you basically called that right there. I mean, they know that, for lack of better terms, as far as unless, you know, caution comes out or any of that shit, for lack of better terms, try to win this race, they're screwed. More or less. So that might be, like you said, just haul ass and go and try to make the biggest gap that you possibly can. Try to help yourself any way that you can. I'd better just get up here and put on a show for the fans. Obviously, here with XCAL Racing on Motormouth Broadcasting. If you haven't yet, you're new to the channel. Once again, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Keep up with everything going on right there. Obviously, cool-ass graphics up there. Subscribe, ring the bell, like the video, all that good stuff. Motormouth Broadcasting.
Hey,
tell your friends.
If you are a friend and our fan, family member, even somebody who's in the race that's watching this later, share the video, like the video, comment on the video. All of that stuff helps the channel. It helps this XCAL content get in front of more eyes. Because you tell the algorithm that you like it, it's going to show it to more people. And that's how YouTube works. And if you do the Twitter thing, the Twitch thing.
Don't even ask. I don't know about that. Oh, I damn sure don't know about Twitch.
So if you do Twitch, I haven't been promoting Twitch as much. We have a Twitch channel, and all these feeds go out to Twitch. If you're a Twitch fan, go like Motormouth Broadcasting on there. If you do Twitch, please. It helps the channel, again, helps our content get out to more people. It puts this XCAL stuff in front of more viewers, which in the long run only helps the league. It helps bring in new car owners, new drivers, things like that. But yeah, any interaction that you have with these videos helps more people see it, because YouTube looks at it and says, oh, wait a minute, this person who likes racing likes this content. Let's share the content with more racing fans. That's the way that's the way their algorithms work. So if you want to help XCAL and you want to help the channel, that's how you do it, folks. You don't have to send us any money. We'll take it. We're glad to accept your money. But you don't have to. Just like, subscribe, share, comment. You know, go to the XCAL web shop, buy me a shirt, send it to me. That's cool. I'm a 4X. Just so you know. Probably a tall in a lot of situations, but that's another story. We won't go there.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. We're missing Rob tonight. You know, we're missing that extra guy, and I'm trying to fill. I'm trying to fill the content with. I'm trying to fill the content with XCAL content. So there you go. That's what I'm doing as we're riding on board here with Jack McKee. You know what? Let's see, where are these old boys at on pits? 83, so that would be 160. Okay, so these guys are probably about 10 to 15 laps away from pitting.
Yeah. I'd say, yeah. I mean, that's what they're obviously looking like. Him, Richie, and, Jack McKee, who have been up here bumping uglies.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, they very much have. Brett Meckes right here in behind them, 10 seconds behind them, rather. And that gap one that I was talking about with Alex Goodall and J-Dog Seams, it ain't closed up none. Matter of fact, J-Dog's right there up here in front of Richie Joplin.
You can see him up there. Yeah, you can see him up there.
Yeah, you can see him, and you kind of see Alex Goodall when you come off a corner. Maybe nothing, yeah, you see him a little bit going off in there in turn one, but nothing real crazy or nothing. So, but I mean, back to what you were saying, Jim. I can't follow on Twitch. I don't have a Twitch.
Right.
I've tried to figure out how that Twitch shit works, and I ain't got a clue. But if you do have Twitch, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe, and everything else. And keep up with the entertainment. Keep up with the racing. You like to laugh and you like to hear two rednecks talking about racing. By all means, hit it up.
Where's the other redneck at?
Yeah. He's in the bed.
Oh, that's the two rednecks that talk about racing? You said two rednecks talk. I'm not a redneck. I'm a coon ass. There's a big difference in a redneck and a coon ass. I'm a coon ass.
No,
I'm from Louisiana.
No. You from the South. Yeah, that's close enough.
I'm not really a coon ass either. I am from Louisiana, but I'm not a coon ass. There is a difference. I was married to a coon ass. My first wife was a coon ass. Her last name was, are you ready for this? Don't. Before I even say her last name, don't. Okay, just no. So her last name was Swallow, and it was spelled, don't. Her last name was spelled Soileau. That's about as coon-ass as you can get right there. Don't. Whatever you're thinking, don't.
You don't hear me saying shit. I'm doing all I can.
Look, she was 6'3". She'd stomp a mud hole in your ass. She's one of them.
She probably would.
She's one of them.
6'3".
There comes 6'3". She was 6'3".
Hell, that's what I am. Yeah. Let's go all coming down pit road right here for his service.
I'm not going there for sure.
Oh God, no.
Goodall's in.
But anyway, like you said, you share it out to everybody. You share the content out to everybody. Alex Goodall coming down pit road. But like I said, it's like you said, share out the content to everybody. Share it with your kids. If they're a little bit older and they got their own phones and everything, share it with your kids, share it with your wife, share it with your ex-wife. Hell, have a party. Get them all together and have a party, and there you go. Yeah. Hell of a transition to that. So, it's like old buddy says. It's like old buddy says. If life gives you lemons, you should make lemonade. Find somebody whose life is giving them vodka and have a party. So, make it work. Make the party happen. As Joplin and McKee still door to door, bumper to bumper, rather. They are catching J-Dog. J-Dog literally right here in front of them. 163 of 275 here tonight with XCAL Racing Webshop Series.
J-Dog, he's going to be able to stay out probably 4 or 5 more laps than them again. So my guess is they are going to pit. For example, Richie Joplin pitted on 83, so let's assume that he's going to go You know, another 83. That's
83 lap.
Yeah, 166. So we're getting there. It's probably not too far from leaving the pit, but he probably could go out to maybe 170, maybe even 175 potentially.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's going to be stretching it.
That's pushing it. Yeah. Well, I mean, but Brent obviously he made it 98, but
Yeah,
we don't know.
I think that 67 car,
yeah.
I think if they did some serious investigation, they probably would realize that Junior Johnson probably had something to do with the building of this car. And there ain't no telling. There might have been a basketball in the fuel cell that they deflate and blow up, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, could have like 2.5 miles of fuel tubing in the car or something. There's a reason.
Are you smelling bullshit in the car? Is that what you're getting at, Jim?
No, I mean, you know, I'm just saying that everybody else is going, you know, 85 laps and he's going 98.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, Matt Bear, you know, is well known for being able to stretch the fuel. Maybe it's the car.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the car. I don't know. Maybe the thing's got an extra half mile of fuel tubing in there. Who knows?
Well,
look, these all racing Southern racing boys like this, you know, shit happens. They do it.
I mean, Jim, you think about this for a second. You know, oh yeah, I absolutely got you. But think about this though, Jim. Think about it. Seriously, think about it. You know, when these guys they build these setups and they got all
hang
week.
on to it there.
This McKee trying to hold on, going to 1 and 2, but
he's in a drifting competition.
Yeah, this ain't no damn Tokyo. Oh, don't even get me started. Seriously, don't even get me started with this. Because I've got it. I just got to find it. There you go. Where's it at?
You missed your moment. We did this last time I brought up Tokyo drifting.
I mean, I got to look. I got to find it. It's there. I just don't know where it's at. I mean, dude, if you had a guess of how many soundboards I have, it's unbelievable the amount of soundboards that I have right here.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
I've lost count.
I really need to embrace the soundboard thing more. I haven't. It's kind of like Twitch for me.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know exactly where the hell it's at.
It's over. The moment's gone. McKee's coming in now. Look at them rotors, man. He got them rotors lit up on that car. I always like to follow them in just to see if they're going to miss their pit stall. As you see Andrews coming down off the jacks. Perfect. Laid it right in there. And Mecca's out here on track doing his thing.
Yeah, you know
right
what?
Behind him, Jose.
I can't find, as old Bob Euchre would say, I can't find it. Hell with it. Anyway,
I love me some Bob Euchre. He was funny.
Man, he was a good one. He was a good one. He's certainly. Jim, I always wanted to ask you this. I mean, we're waiting on Brett Meckes obviously to come down and obviously make this pit stop.
Seems and J-Dog too.
Yes. And you know, and Jose as well. Obviously, those 4 drivers, we knew they would stretch it. You know, obviously because of their laps, but. Jim, obviously, you know, when you got into doing this and got into this broadcasting and everything else, I'm curious, was there like an announcer, you know, maybe a Bob Euchre or something like that? I always wanted to ask you this. I never got around to asking you this. And this would be a damn door-banging download fucking question if I could make it happen. But
well,
is there like an announcer? Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, is there an announcer out there that you made you want to do this?
All right, so I'm older, and when I came up watching racing, I remember the days when they used to have foreign broadcasters even doing NASCAR races, like David Hobbs. I don't know if you know who he is, but he was an English guy. And, you know, one of the Chris Economaki was a legend, arguably maybe the greatest race car broadcaster ever. You know, Chris Economaki, you could say that. Guys like that. Jackie Stewart, the Formula One driver, he did a lot of American racing on television back in the Wide World of Sports days, and and stuff like that. And so those are the guys as a kid that impacted me. And then, later in life, how could you not enjoy what Darrell Waltrip did when he first started broadcasting with his boogity, boogity, boogity and all the crazy stuff that he used to say. But if it was anybody, I would probably say Chris Economaki more than anybody else, just because he did everything. Like, he could do NASCAR, he could do Indy cars, he could do Formula One. It didn't matter. He was just a great broadcaster. But I'll tell you a funny story while we're still waiting on these guys to cycle down. When I got into this broadcasting thing, which wasn't that long ago, just a little over, right at a year, a little over a year ago, I started my own channel about a year ago. But when I got into this, I thought I was going to be great. I thought I was going to be great at play-by-play, like the stuff that you do. Because I've always talked my whole life. There's a reason the channel's called Motor Mouth. It's because I've always had a motor mouth. I really, truly believe that I was going to be great at this. I thought, man, I'm going to be a great announcer, And so I jumped in, and I just found out that I don't have what it takes to be a play-by-play guy. That, he's passing, it's just not my style. I definitely have a place in broadcasting, I think, and mine is more of the personality, kind of the Darrell Waltrip analyst, kind of funny, make stupid comments, that kind of stuff. I definitely have a place, but when I started this, I thought I was going to be such a great play-by-play guy. I just thought, man, I'm going to be so good at this, and I suck at it. I am just not good. And if you don't believe me, just go back and watch the beginning of this broadcast where you were putting David to bed. I'm just not good. I'm just not good at play-by-play, It's just not my thing.
Well, and I asked you that. I've actually had some people actually ask me, as we're still waiting on these guys to make a pit stop, none of them have yet to make that opportunity to jump it on that pit road, but they're working on it.
I think we're going to see. Some of these guys coming in right here, like Jose, probably anytime now.
Jose probably, yeah. But if I had to pick some announcers, some of these announcers, I don't know if you've ever heard of them or not. But NASCAR, obviously, it's always been, a love to me, and I've enjoyed it and everything else. But some of the play-by-play announcers that I look up to, Dave Moody, obviously, with MRN, would be one of them. Obviously, the Godfather, he's one that I look up to with the energy
him,
and all that good stuff.
I should have mentioned him. He's a legend.
Dave Moody would be one. Brandon Godden, I don't know if you know who that is or not, but he actually is a play-by-play announcer for the Atlanta Braves. He done a lot of stuff, with the NFL, calling some stuff, and so there's that one. John Shambi, play-by-play announcer for the Chicago Cubs. He'd always, get excited when they go to hit a home run. Oh baby, he'd start getting all fired up and everything.
I love Harry Carey, so.
Coming, yeah. They'd hit one and he'd going back some more, up on the hills. Just all kinds of, just that kind of stuff like that. And Marv Albert.
Yes.
Marv Albert, one of the greatest, to do it. He was
Al Michaels,
awesome.
For that matter.
Yeah. Al Michaels, but these are just guys that. But these are just guys that kind of got me to where I wanted to, possibly maybe look into this. Really, what got me into this was, and Jim, I don't know if I ever told you about this, but. As we're still waiting on Brett Meckes to make that pit stop. He hasn't yet. Ryan Seam's still out here, about 23 seconds back. But what got me into this right here, what got me into wanting to do this, is now we see Ryan Seams go down pit road. But it wasn't too long after me and my wife moved in together, and I needed some extra money, and that's how all this shit started.
Well, I can appreciate that. But hey,
It was like 4 years ago.
I know you haven't looked at chat in a while, have you?
I have not.
So Matt Bear said he's coming. He's going to be here eventually. So Gerald jumped into the pool, to the green room and said, "Pull him up here into the booth before Matt Bear gets here, because he won't be able to get a word in edgewise." Well, he didn't say that part. I did, but anyway.
I would have if I'd have thought about it. Could have typed that fast.
Man, hey, good to have you in the booth, man. I figured you were down there calling race strategy and.
Well, we're on this post the pit stop cycle and kind of discussing. Well, I mean, we got what we got.
Right.
That's where we are right now.
Yeah. So I do have a question for you, though. If you know, so obviously I came in. We talked about you were one of my reconnaissance missions before the race about finding out fuel mileage and all that kind of stuff. And we talked about that, and then, but I see that, that Alex, did you short cycle him intentionally on those stops, or is that what he's getting out of fuel out of that car?
He did not get a chance to run with us on Sunday or yesterday or run a heat race. We basically put Richie's setup in his car. He got that and was able to do some stuff before the session started and made some things to make it feel a little bit more comfortable that you can't undo.
Right.
Once you get into the race, and he was close to being on a rim before he stopped on that first cycle.
Okay, so he just the change you made just wore the tires off of it, so it wasn't the fuel that got him; it was the tire.
Yeah,
cycle.
I mean, and the other part of it was he went from where he was and moved up through the field, really solidly. So there was that part. So, once we've cycled through that, we're on this fuel run. We're a little bit more in control of what the tires are.
Well, that makes sense. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, man, I'm sorry about that, Jim.
No,
But
go ahead.
I wanted to ask Gerald about this. I mean, obviously, I know Gerald watches all the broadcasts. I know he sees, some of the stuff we say on the broadcast. And Jim, you know exactly where I'm going with this. With Alex Goodall, I mean, with some of the comments, obviously with the Happy Meal comments and this and that and this and that, all that cool stuff and everything else. But what drove Gerald Poole to put Alex Goodall into 48 for Flamin' Karma Racing? What drove Gerald Poole to do that? I'm just curious about it.
Because I'm a lot worse in a street stock than he is. No, he ran with us last season, and we had a bigger deal going on, and he was part of that. And he also bought my Camaro last year, so.
You owe him then.
We're friends. Yeah, I know.
Hey,
we're
you know
buddies.
what? I should have took a picture of that guitar and put it up here.
Yeah, you could do that.
I should have.
I'm still trying to sell it.
I should have. And I'm gonna tell you what. I told you about that guitar the other night, didn't I, Jake?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Look, man, I'm gonna talk about that at some point in time. But yeah, that guitar is cool, man. I watched that video with Keith Urban playing the identical. Well, it's not exactly identical.
It was built by the same person.
Right, but just different. You got that cool, like subtle black on black Eddie Van Halen thing going on there.
Well, I
like
to have mine a little bit different.
Well, there's a lot of things Keith Urban's got that'd be good enough for me. I'll just say, anyway. But I do. Look, I'm gonna tell you what. I will.
I hear I hear there's one or so that's on the market lately.
Yes, that's what I heard too, actually. So, but in fact, I'm gonna if it's still around by next week, I'm gonna bring a picture of it and put it in here with this guitar. It's a double neck guitar, Probably lends itself a little more to country music, bluegrass style music, but because
You're talking about the guitar. I
Yeah.
thought you was talking about the other thing that was on the market.
oh
Okay,
no,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
well,
ahead.
to be,
I'm sorry,
if
go
I'm being
ahead.
honest, when he said that, so did I. I thought he was talking
Days
about
of
Keith
Thunder,
Urban's.
baby. Days of Thunder.
I thought he was talking about his wife too, but no, she is on the market, but that's a whole nother story. But so we have now completed pit stop cycles, by the way, and that's pretty funny. But no, this guitar, Jake, it's a double neck. It's if you know what, in fact, I got a Fender Stratocaster shirt on right now. It's
Yes.
it's very much of a Stratocaster body style, double neck.
Little guitar in my time. Yep.
The upper neck is your standard 6-string electric guitar, and the bottom guitar it's 6-string, which is odd for a banjo, but it has a banjo head stretched over the center hole in the bottom part of the guitar. So it essentially is an electric banjo and an electric guitar. And this thing it's solid black, but when you get up and look at it up close, it's got the Eddie Van Halen stripes that he used to have, the black and white stripes on his red guitar.
Red guitar, yes.
This one has black on black, like a matte black stripe over a glossy black finish. It is super fine looking, great looking.
Damn.
And it is for sale.
Yeah, I gotta see a picture.
Word has it,
yeah.
it is on the market.
Well, the 6-string banjo is an Australian thing,
Oh, did not
which
know
is
that.
where Keith Urban is from.
Yes.
And it's actually referred to as the Gitanjo. So, a 6-string guitar banjo. But yeah, this is a double neck guitar. The bottom part of the body has a 7-inch hole drilled through it with the banjo head. And it's a 6-string guitar, and the top is essentially a 1951 Squire, Fender Squire setup.
That's awesome. It's so cool. If it's still on the market for sale next week, I'm gonna post a picture of it in here and show it, just so Jake can see it too. It's so cool. But
It's it was one of those things you don't buy after having a couple of beer or two at 2 o'clock in the morning.
well, look, I mean, there's 6 of them in the world. Is that right?
Yeah, about half a dozen or 8 as best as I know.
And Keith Urban obviously owns one. But
Well, here's the interesting interlude to that.
Yes.
Was the first guitar, they're built by Nutter Custom Guitars out of the Nashville area. And
probably a
friend
good
of
place to
mine,
get
but-
a custom guitar built out of, especially if you like country
yeah.
music. And,
The person that built his name's Brian Nutter, and we went to the same high school in Ravenswood, West Virginia, and he prior to building guitars was Keith Urban's lead guitar player, and then he got into building custom guitars. So I was having him build me my fantasy custom guitar at the time. And in the process of it being built, he had to delay the delivery because he had an emergency order. And Jim, you saw the video I think?
Yes.
The guitar.
yes.
That was the guitar he built that forestalled the delivery of the first guitar I had ordered from Brian. So yeah, another custom guitars. I've actually got my first guitar that I ordered. And then I have a second Telecaster style guitar that I'd ordered from him. And then one night at 2 o'clock in the morning, it was like I was trying to figure out what to do with my musical career next. So, I sent him a message and said, I want one, but I want it to look like this. So it doesn't look like anybody else's.
I tell you what, it's really cool looking. I love the subtlety of the Eddie Van Halen stripes on there and stuff. The black on black is really sharp. Cool guitar though. So real quick, I'm gonna touch on guitar one more time, then we're gonna get back to racing. But So you talk about you've got a telly. I want one of those the Telecasters that you can bend the notes on. What are they called?
Oh, they got the B benders.
Yeah, the B. Yeah.
I'll tell you, there's and oh God, I hate to say this name out loud because I've been talking to him. There's a guy in Cleveland, Tennessee. You can go look him up on Facebook. It's called Lucky Dog Guitars.
Mm-hmm.
He builds the greatest looking Telecaster, and he'll do anything for you, and it'll look like nothing you've ever seen before.
Yeah, those note benders, man, makes it sound like a steel guitar. You know, it's.
I have a friend of mine. We've been friends since like 4th or 5th grade. We're actually still friends.
You probably don't want to look up right now. Alex just went down the lap.
No, that garbage up there is awful.
Oh, you could see it in every.
Yeah, it's terrible, and stay in line sort of thing. But I grew up with a friend that's got what is it? It's a Telecaster Deluxe that's got the B bender and the G bender, where you can just take an individual string like with a whammy bar.
Yep.
That is the craziest thing. What is the B bender?
Is his built into the strap strap thing?
Yeah. And you sit there and play that thing, and then just push that guitar down.
Yep. Just push it down by the neck, and it bends that note. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
But all right, well, that's enough guitar talk for the evening. But
all right, we're
out. Hey, thanks for dropping in here. And so, just to clarify, at this point, I don't think it's any surprise. Obviously, Alex is going to have to pit again.
I think there's only one car out there that's not going to have to pit again, and I think that it's going to come down to what changes you make with this last stop, because I mean it's going to be a limited amount of fuel.
So you don't think
I didn't think anybody could go 93 laps on fuel, but Mecca's has.
He went 98 on the first run. He went 98 laps.
Yeah. I mean,
that's crazy.
I did not foresee that.
I'm telling you, I think somebody needs to investigate that 67 car. I think it's got about a half mile of fuel tubing in there, rolled up in the chassis somewhere.
Yeah, from the tank it goes to the roll bar.
Yeah, it goes all through every roll bar in the car. Yeah,
it goes into the carburetor.
Exactly.
So he's got a little bit extra.
Exactly.
That's it.
But, that's been done before in real life.
I've seen Octavio do it in these races.
No, Octavio, and obviously Matt Bear is capable of doing that as well.
Yeah, and Austin had done it. I mean, that's where we learned the trick from. But one thing about Richie is he is not shy about using that throttle. So,
he's led.
And I'll tell you,
he's led every lap tonight, with the exception of pit stop cycles. With the exception of that, he's led every single lap.
Yeah, the big thing that has, I mean, we had such a great library of setups based on how we ran fuel previous to this season. So one of the things we're trying to work through is taking setups that were built for 5.5 or 6.6 gallons of fuel.
Right.
Or,
right. Mod them out
and adjusted them to the 9.9 that we have every race. And this week was a little bit different. We tried something a little bit different. I mean, I like the results of what I'm seeing, but I think we still have a little bit to work on before we get the next half of the season.
Well, we got a few weeks till the All-Star break here. I do want to ask you about that. Obviously, tonight's finish, if he ends up finishing around where he's at now, will help Alex tremendously in making sure that he's locked in. Given the the amount of cars that we've had show up like tonight, and for the season and just in general, I think he's probably going to get in, but he is hovering right down on that bubble line, and I'm sure that you would like to see him in a little better spot than that.
Oh, 10-4. I mean, the thing about it is with the All-Star race, it's all about the MVD, and Alex came in a little bit late, and we struggled a little bit with setups and things like that with Alex. His style's different.
Right.
And he hasn't been around that many races in XCAL, so, it takes a few races to start to get that dialed in, and, I think we took a really big step tonight with it.
Well, I mean, this is by far the best showing he's had so far. Like you said, he drove the car up through the field early on. He's maintained that position, throughout the race as he stops cycle around. Obviously, he's going to be a little short because of his tire wear. But again, that comes down to not being able to practice the car during the week, and he didn't, y'all didn't foresee that coming, and you made a change to make the car comfortable. Unfortunately, comfortable burned the right rear off of it, which is not uncommon, so that can happen. But I think he's set up to get a pretty nice finish tonight. He's been quick for best I've seen him since since I came back to covering the races here. I don't know, 7 or 8 weeks into the season, whatever it was. This is his best run as far as I've seen. So it's good to see him, up here competing. And the only thing I'm going to leave you with is Flying Karma paints. We have got to get some sort of McDonald's paint scheme on that car at least once. We've got to.
Well, I mean, can we upgrade him from Happy Meal to maybe like a Big Mac meal?
Well, we elevated him to the McNugget. To the McNugget combo earlier. We did.
I mean, come on.
Come close to that McNugget combo.
Yeah, we brought him up to the McNugget combo. The Happy Meal was just that first week, But
I think, Jim, he's going to be like the number 8 combo, which is the 2 cheeseburgers, the fries, and the sweet tea. I think that's what he probably end up going up to from this point.
And that's my favorite meal, because when I get home with it, my Australian Shepherd looks at me like I just cheated on him, and I give him one of the cheeseburgers.
That a boy. That's how you do it.
We're going to close this interview out on that right there. That's perfect. Hey, Gerald, thanks for stopping by. And
thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
And like I said, if that guitar is still available, I'm going to post a picture of it next week here. I want everybody to see it. It's that cool for sure. All right, buddy.
Yeah, I really want to see it.
Thanks for dropping in, man.
Catch you later, man.
I love old Gerald, man. He's a good guy.
Always a pleasure.
Gives us a lot of good information. He helps me with these fuel numbers and all kinds of things. I probably need to go ask the Mecca's crew over there how far they're going to run on fuel, because apparently they're running different numbers than some of these guys.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, though. Well, I mean, no, in all seriousness, though, Jim, I mean, if you think about it,
I mean, they're in a different league right now, saving fuel. They really are.
Well, I mean, that's what you want to do. I mean, you want to be able to, I mean, you're not going to really give away your secrets and all that other, stuff. I mean, you want to do like Brent's doing right here. Do like, King Matthew Bear's doing. Do like all they're doing to have that advantage, and they use it to to their advantage. They don't want to sit there and, we got it. Which we know he's got it covered. We know he has it covered.
Oh, yeah, he's way covered.
He's got it covered by a mile. It's just,
the thing is, he short pitted last time.
Yes. Yeah.
He cut his pit stop. He was 4 or 5 seconds shorter than everybody else last time, and we know around here that 4 or 5 seconds is, that's in excess of a gallon of gas. And just to pass on, these cars roughly burn a little bit over 1/10 of a gallon per lap. So you should be able to get roughly about 9, maybe 8 laps on a gallon of gas. So he was able to save that, and so that he's already in a better spot. I mean, and these other guys are going to have to pit. I mean, they're literally in a different league right now when it comes to fuel saving. Now that may change when Octavio gets back over here. He's out doing big things right now with the iRacing NASCAR series. But when he gets back here, he's known to save fuel like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously all of us thinking about, Octavio Rondaletto, hopefully that he's able to chase that dream that, quite honestly, Jim, neither one of us will ever get that opportunity. Why? Because we're not that damn good.
No.
No. But you love to see that, and then you can actually sit there and look at it and say, you know what? damn it, you know, if he's able to make it, then he goes in there and he gets in the Coke Series and he ends up winning a race, you can actually sit there and say, you know what? I called his races.
Yep. Oh, McKee's coming in. Look.
Pretty cool deal right there. So Jack McKee already jumping it down pit road right here, coming this time with 41 to go.
My guess is
where will Richie Joplin go? That will be the key.
I think that McKee probably didn't like the fact that he was, you know, staying behind Joplin, and he felt like he was probably being held up a little bit. And if that's the case, then maybe you make that pit stop now, get out in clean air where you're not right on the bumper of Joplin, and you can turn some faster lap times. And when Joplin pits, you can short cycle him and beat him. You know, come out when he comes out of the pits, he'll be behind you. That's my guess at what they're taking a stab at right there. But they're going to cut it probably short on fuel. He only did a 22-second pit stop, so you know, based on that, that's can you convert liters to gallons, Jake?
I can. Well, I'll have to Google that.
You got to. Well, here, just do this. About 3.5 seconds. 3.5 seconds per gallon of gas. So how many gallons of gas did he just take right there? Just do that. You got that phone. You got that fancy computer in your hand there.
Well, it ain't the best in the damn world, but I mean, so okay, so what? He had 3 seconds, right?
3.5 seconds is about a gallon of gas, roughly.
Okay.
And took a 22-second pit stop, so 22 seconds divided by 3.5.
Okay. Okay, 22 divided by 3.5. 0.5.
Yep.
Get 6.2.
Okay, so
6.3 if you want to round it up.
Richie Joplin coming in now. Let's see. So he didn't go many
see
more laps.
Is that?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it's going to be at. You know, I know that McKee probably cut it tight so he can get off pit road as fast as possible. We'll see. But also, they don't want to do that deal where they, like last week, where he kind of took a little short fueled himself a little bit. Wait, what happened to Joe Campbell?
Let's stop.
No, he's got a beat ball flag. What in the world? I don't see an incident where he was involved in a wreck.
Well, maybe we could catch you possibly on the instant replay right here, Jim. Kind of see maybe what happened to Joe Campbell.
Well, just real quick.
Let's see what we got right here.
Coming into pits already, so I'm going to assume that at this point he already had a meatball. It's not showing me anything. An incident with him. He might have
kind of weird right there.
Just smoked it into the wall, you know.
Good possibility. Might have just smoked it, and there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Especially if, you know, he'd done a little banging on the wall throughout the night. Sometimes it doesn't take much. As we see McKee here about to pass. Oh, J-Dog got up into the nasties up there. And you heard Gerald, and then he bounces it off the wall. Well, I'll tell you what, he is not shy about putting it into the wall. We were talking with Gerald earlier about, and he mentioned how nasty that track is up there when Alex Goodall got up into that nasty. Here, look, I'm going to put this camera on for you guys. Watch this, would you? Watch this when it gets in the corner. Look at that. Look at all that rubber up there. Man, you get up there and pick all that stuff up on your tire. So if you wash up in the corner, man, it's almost guaranteed to throw you up into the wall.
And, you know, you mentioned Alex Goodall there for a second. Looked like, you know, he was running up in the second spot, but obviously one of them
flag.
He got busted, so he gets a
my
black
God.
flag.
He just got busted on pit road. Oh, my God. He just threw away everything that he worked all night for.
That's 2 weeks in a row right there if you think about it. But, I mean, he didn't throw it away last week. I mean, he just had unforeseen situation that got him in that one. But
that's, again, I feel sorry for what happened last week in that situation. Coming down pit road, speeding on your entry to pit road, which we're going to go back and look at that real quick here. Let's see, where did he enter pit road at? Right here.
meanwhile, while that's going on, obviously Brent Meckes up here, the 67, he's pretty much got it lighting up. And speaking of which, another driver that drives that 67 does a pretty damn good job of it.
Oh, there he is.
The umpire himself, Mr. King Matthew Baird, joining us up here in the broadcast booth. King, buddy, what's up?
Nothing much, guys. How are we doing?
Good, man. Good.
And we're doing good right now, watching Brent Meckes once again put an ass whooping on the field right now in that 67 car.
We're going to go look and see what happened to Happy Meal here.
Let's see what he did.
Yeah, that was before. Let's see. All right.
Probably just getting greedy getting in there.
Yeah, probably so. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, he's cooking. Look at this.
Oh yeah, he went for it.
Yeah.
He went for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were talking about that. He was running up there in the 4th spot. He was a little bit off on the pit cycle. I'm sure you were listening on your phone and stuff as you were driving home. But, he was a little bit off on the pit cycle. But he was having a good night, and, he was giving that 48 car a decent finish. And then,
probably going to finish 5th.
Oh, I don't think he's going to finish there now, is he? Not with that.
Definitely not going to finish there now.
Yeah, no, he was probably going to finish 5th, right? Now he's, he's probably just going to finish ahead of Joe, who ended up, I'm not sure how Joe got a meatball. I can't seem to find that anywhere, but.
That's about the most Joe thing ever, unfortunately.
Yeah, well. Let me turn your volume up a little bit. You're a little low. You got any?
Here, I can adjust.
Yeah, give it a little bit. Just a little low there. But Brent, obviously, you guys are in a different zip code right now when it comes to fuel saving. When Octavio.
Any secrets?
I know when Octavio gets back, I'm sure he'll share all the secrets with us right here on the broadcast.
Oh, I'm sure he would love it. Yeah.
But when Octavio gets back, obviously, he's a little more capable of saving in that area that you guys are. But it's like y'all are running a different race right now,
Yeah. I mean, to be blunt with you, we're not doing anything special. We're doing what everybody else in the car can do. I mean, we're clutching. And you have to, when you do that, you've got to set the car up a totally different way, because you're not going to be using any of the engine brake to slow it up at that point. So it's going to be relying fully on the motion of the car. So whenever you're doing that, it changes everything when you're building this thing. Like, instead of relying on the brake,
right,
it's just rolling through.
So you lift earlier and clutch, but you don't necessarily slow the car as much with brake. I'm sure you still use some brake, right, to set the nose at least?
Some tracks you do, some tracks you don't. Some tracks, if you can find the setup, you can just let off, roll through, get back on. It's really depending on how big of an apex we're dealing with at that point. The apex point decides whether I'm using brakes or not. If we've got a wide corner where I know I'm probably going to rotate up, there's probably going to be a less use of brake at that point, because I know I'm going to go widen out on the exit. So it's
give me
not
an
that big
example of a track that would not work on, that you have to brake on.
Any of the short tracks that are under basically 0.6 of a mile, I'd say. So every half mile and littler.
With the exception of Bristol, obviously. That's a different.
Yeah, obviously not Bristol. Never. You give a little baby lift whenever you're entering in Bristol, and that's really about it at
Right.
race.
But like your Martinsville.
Yeah, you definitely want to use a drag brake of some sort to plant the nose down to get that rotation in it.
Right. And like, what about Wilkesboro? Is that?
Wilkesboro is an interesting track. I've won there 2 out of the last 3 years. I've won there, and from what I remember, I feel like it was a break in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4, I feel like I let it roll because I know I'm going to push it up off exit if I'm correct.
Right.
So some tracks you'll get a combination of the
Well,
two.
is Martinsville
But-
like that too, with the different ends?
Not
As
really,
they call
just
it, the
because
paper
it's
clip,
such
so
a
to
tight-
speak, or whatever.
It's just such a tight apex on both corners at Martinsville that you can get away depending on if you're trying to set up for, like, if I'm clutching and you're in front of me and you're not and you're diving it in deep. There might be 1 or 2 corners where I'm trying to get set up to you that I'll do a baby drag brake but won't grab anything at all. I'll just let off earlier right before I know you're going to start getting off throttle, widen it out a little bit and try to do an up and under move with the momentum that I've got with the car built up.
Kind of, as they call it, diamond the corner off a little bit more, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and this is good information for people out there watching who are interested in learning how to fuel save. You know,
Don't beat me. I'm telling you, I'll do it. Go do it.
No, I believe it. I don't doubt you a bit. In fact, I know how to do it. I'm probably just not good enough driver.
It's just difficult, brother. It is genuinely hard.
But I understand the concept of it for sure. As we're here with 13 laps to go here, we are not far from no chance for a caution, which at this point, we talked about your situation earlier in the year. You had that race one. I don't remember where it was at now, but you had that race
Phoenix.
one on fuel mileage. And then that caution got you. And then you got yourself into.
I was the caution.
Yeah,
I was
that
the
right. You
caution.
were the caution. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was just
So-
kind of well, for lack of a better term, that was a brain fart, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I gotta know who's around me and know how they're gonna run me.
Sure, but I mean that's all part
fully
of
on.
that's all part of this type of racing where you're racing the same guys
Exactly.
each and every week. That's
You know what they're gonna do. You just gotta be smart in making your decisions at that point.
who you can trust, who you maybe you can't trust. Who's going to run you hard, who's not.
Exactly.
And and we're seeing we saw the consequences of that there because I mean that race was as much as this race is in Brent's hands and has been after the first pit stop tonight. That race was in your hands too, and unfortunately it didn't end up that way. But
Jason had knocked the wall down.
yeah,
right there
he's.
coming off the floor.
I tell you what, man, the marbles are really tough up there, and he's gotten up in them a couple
You
of
put them
times.
on there, and you're done. Like you're done for a good 3 laps till you get them cycled through again.
Is it that much
Clear-
though?
cleared
Is it
off.
really that much? 3 laps to
If
get
you
your tires
get-
cleaned off good?
If you get all 4 up there, 100%. It's going to take multiple laps to get everything. If you just grab it with a little bit of your right side, maybe a lap. But if you get all 4 up there, it ain't a bad idea to shake the car coming down the straightaway to try to get as much off before entry as possible.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
I
how
mean, that
bad
makes
it
sense.
is.
I know that stuff is nasty.
Hey, Bear, I got one right here, actually. We were talking about, obviously, Octavio Rondoletto just a second ago. And, I mean, if you hadn't already figured it out about me, I know Jim loves it as well. But I love to stir the pot, so to speak, and try to kind of, get shit stirred up a little bit. Obviously, you and Octavio Rondoletto, y'all had y'all's issues where you've had issues. But, there was... Well, I know that. Well, so
That's
the
like
beef
the worst kept secret
is
ever.
yeah. I mean, so the beef is still there, obviously, because I mean y'all have beef obviously at Rockingham. I believe it was the second race in the season. So we're not just gonna he's
it'll
gonna
never
for a whole while and everything. It's not gonna die.
It's going to be 100%. As soon as he gets back, it's going to be to the same thing as before.
I tell you what, man, I called the season finale.
We got beef.
I called that season finale race last year where you two wrecked each other going across the start-finish line for the end of the last lap of the race, man. That was both of you went across backwards.
Here's the way I look at it. Here's how I look at it. Would he do it to me? And the answer is always yes.
That's true.
Ain't no maybe, ain't no partially. It's every time. The answer is yes. So that's why I do not feel bad making any of the moves that I have made in the past and will make in the future. Because I know he's going to do the same exact thing to me.
But, you know, and that's okay, though. That's okay because
it is what it is.
You both know that the other one's going to do it, so that's okay. You know,
Yeah,
it's not like you're going to surprise him,
other.
and it's not like he's going to surprise you.
No, I know he's going to run like a douchebag. So, I mean, I know to expect that. I mean,
Hey,
it is
don't
what
hold
it
back.
is.
How do you really feel?
Yeah, tell us your riff.
Like, I mean, he's
All right.
a scumbag driver.
Oh, here we
Point
go.
blank period.
All right, well,
There
let's
we
talk.
go.
Let's talk about this
He's a
last
great
3
driver.
laps of this race here, as we're coming down to it. And surprisingly, Alex is back up to 7th place, so he has recovered a little bit from that horrible mistake he made there. But we're about to come to 2 to go here with Brent Meckes just absolutely executing a perfect, phenomenal
Somebody
strategy.
needs to take his belt off and whoop everybody's ass with it when they get out of their car.
Yeah, he's pretty much done it. I mean, honestly, guys, he's done it literally from the start. Only up 1 spot, but it's enough to make it happen as he comes down the backstretch and works his way into turn number 3, coming back around this time. Take the white flag. No cautions out of all of it here tonight. As he takes the white flag, Brent Meckes, 67 through 1 and 2, going to work his way down. He's got J-Dog Seams right up in front of him. Could put him a lap down, but doesn't look like he's going to honestly have any time. He'll run out of time. He ain't worried about that. 12-second lead over Jack McKee and Richie Joplin back there. When it's all said and done, 67, Brent Meckes wins it here tonight at RP Lucas Oil Raceway Park for the XCAL Racing Webshop Series round 13. Brent Meckes scores the win. Here comes Jack McKee. He comes across the line. He gets second. Richie Joplin gets third.
So you see that strategy
And then you got to win a
worked.
little bit for J-Dog. Yeah, hell of a strategy.
That Jack McKee strategy, though, he short pitted Richie and ended up jumping him on pit road.
Yeah, that was a great move.
And it was, and Richie tried to combat it by taking less fuel, but the reality is Jack got out there in clean air with good tires and was able to.
Those tents
to
add
make
up.
it. Yeah, well, they do. They really do. And the reality was, I'm pretty sure that he was riding behind Richie most of the night because he stayed on his back bumper all night. So, but that's a hell of a finish for him. And good finish overall for for him in that rookie standing. So, all right, well, let's take a look. I think we're about to have some results here. Let's see. I think they should be up and official. I believe they are. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, kind of looked like everybody was able to jump on by. There is the race results here tonight. Lucas Oil Raceway Park, just a little bit over half a mile, 275 laps for 185 miles. We rounded off. I'm not doing that fingers, toes, and all that crap. I'm just rounding it off. 185 miles. 5 green flag lead changes with 3 different leaders. Big old goose egg once again here with XCAL with no cautions for no laps. Hard Charger's actually going to be Ryan Seams up 3 spots. Could have been Alex Goodall, but actually he was up 3 spots as well, but wasn't able to get around Ryan Seams and be ahead of him, so he didn't get the Hard Charger here tonight, but damn sure could have if it had worked out for him. Richie Joplin leading the most laps there tonight with 197. Hard to believe that. Actually, no, we don't, because obviously Brent Meckes on the strategy that he was on. But Alex Goodall, the fastest lap. Joplin was on the pole. When it's all said and done, Brent Meckes, 74 laps led, riding dirty racing. He gets the win here tonight with Jack McKee getting second, Richie Joplin third. We'll talk to them here in just a hot second. Fourth goes to J-Dog Seams with Jose Godino end up finishing 5th. Ryan Seams gets 6th. Alex Goodall, Happy Meal. Nope. double cheeseburger meal. He will end up getting 7th with Albie Hewins getting 8th. Joe Campbell will get 9th. And Sean Andrews, actually, he was the biggest loser. Jim, I know you don't want that graphic up there, but he lost 6 spots from where he started in the 4th spot. He ends up finishing in the 10th spot here this evening. Well, I tell you what, let's round up those podium finishers, have a holler with them. And the first one we're going to talk to, obviously, is the 67 of Brent Meckes. Brent, buddy, congratulations on the win here tonight at IRP, Lucas Oil Raceway Park, however you want to look at it. You get the win here tonight, buddy. Congratulations on the win. Tell us about that strategy. What's the secret?
There's no secret about it. I thought the first 2 were going to be able to go as long as I did because their pace was pretty slow on the first stint. So I was really surprised when I saw them when Joplin told me he was going to the pits. I was like shocked because I didn't think we were running that kind of pace. And I knew how much fuel I had left. I'm like, oh, I guess he's going to go for a 3-stop and just a really short last stop. I was like, but I looked down and I was like, I don't need to do that.
Well, we got a little insight into that. Apparently they made a car change, a setup change last minute, and it burned the right rear off the tire on that first run. So that ultimately threw them off their strategy.
Yeah, the first run was where you had to conserve that right rear because once it's rubbered up, it got a little bit better. But yeah, my right rear after that first run was at 38. So it was pretty beat up. If I would have ran the set I was going to run, I was at 32 after 60 laps. So I'm glad I made the changes I did.
Wow, and that's even running the pace that you were running, you still burned your tire down like that.
On that first stint, yeah, because the first stint I was just trying, like as long as they were going to run in the 0.2s, I was content with staying 1 second back. I was like, okay, and then they slowed way up at the end of the run, and I was like, I was clutching it, and I was able to pass them. Well, I mean, Joplin jumped into the pit, but like I said, I didn't even expect him to go in there. Right.
Well, hell of a run, man. You're on a roll right now. If you could get this kid out of doing baseball and get him back into 67, you could be putting those numbers up for the 66 car too. So, that'd be nice to see.
I think we got until the All-Star break, barring some weather, for Matt to come back. So I've got to hold it down until then.
Yeah, he's in here in case you didn't know.
4 weeks.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if you knew he was in here or not.
We should have a really good lead after tonight, though. We were already up pretty good.
Yeah, that was just phenomenal execution, man. I mean, as soon as I saw what you did on that first pit stop, it was obvious, short of a caution coming out and maybe throwing a little bit of a monkey wrench in your plans. It was obvious that this race was, that you had it figured out. And we questioned, there were some other guys that potentially I thought could do the 2-stopper with you, but it didn't really work out, for those guys as much. But they were close, just not quite close enough.
I was surprised. Ryan Seams is usually pretty good with conserving fuel sometimes.
Well, he did actually do a 2-stopper.
He did? Okay.
Yes, but he was just, I guess, off the pace, enough that he couldn't recover from it,
It was definitely a 2-combo set. Like you could save fuel, but if you lost that right rear, it doesn't matter how much fuel you're going to do because you were going to go into the point. You were going to go a second up from the start if you lose that right rear, especially around here.
Right. All right. Well, Jake.
Yeah, Brett, buddy, congratulations on the win. Obviously, appreciate your time. You got any sponsors and any other shout-outs you want to thank?
Yeah, I'll shout out to you guys for putting on the show here. Aaron and the XCAL Webshop and all the pinned and unpinned merchandise that's in there. Maybe I'll have a shirt coming. I know we talked about maybe some undergarments, but we haven't said that yet. J-Dog's Carpentry, Sim Racer Hub, Admin Box, Flaming Camera Paints. I think I have my paint on here right for tonight. And Matt, for all the years of me watching him to be able to do this shit.
Gotta love it. Brett Meckes coming home with the win here tonight. Brett, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, man. Talk to you guys later.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Awesome stuff. Brett Meckes getting him the win here this evening. I mean, it was like I said. I mean, he put an ass whooping on everybody and made it work. Now we'll go to second place finisher. The man, like you said, Jim, threw a kind of a curveball right there at the end to be able to jump up and get up in front of Richie Joplin. That's Jack McKee. He's able to make it happen. Jack, buddy, congratulations, P2 here tonight. Talk about that strategy, y'all pulled right there, and then obviously what else did you need to be able to try to get the win and try to be able to beat out Brent tonight?
It was good. If I was to do the strategy again, I'd probably make it the 2-stop, but I just kind of followed Joplin around, and then I clutched just a little bit behind him and went in a little bit early on the last stop there.
Well, that's what I want to touch on. That last stop when you short undercut him on the pit stop there, and obviously your goal there was to get yourself out in clean air where you could run some fast laps and to to just try to undercut him on, I guess, the tires as well, potentially, right?
Yeah, I saw Ryan Seams up there, and I thought they were going to battle a little bit, so I looked at my fuel and about halfway even through there, so I might as well go and get some fresh tires.
I liked it. As soon as you did it and got back out on track, I realized what you were doing there, and I said that I thought when it all worked out that you were going to end up passing him on pit road, and you did. Even he had a 2-second shorter stop than you did, but and significantly less time actually on pit road than you did. But it wasn't enough. He couldn't recover from that. So great job, man. And without Malji being here this week, it's only helping you distance yourself in the Rookie of the Year thing, which I know you're excited about, obviously.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that if I could win that.
Jake?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Jack McKee trying to go for the Rookie of the Year, tried it tonight, but he'll come on with a P2 here tonight. Jack, buddy, congratulations on the second place finish. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors, any other shout-outs you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Sim Racer Hub, Flaming Karma Paint, Admin Box, J-Dogs Carpentry. I want to thank Aaron and the web shop, XCAL Web Shop, and I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you as well. Jack McKee ends up coming home with a P2 here tonight. There's your Rookie of the Year standings. Got to have a little bit of a stranglehold on that bad boy with Malji and being out this past week, or tonight, rather. But Jack, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you in Tennessee next week.
Thank you.
That was Jack McKee. Ends up coming home with that P2 here tonight.
Get
Obviously,
the feeling
Bristol.
he doesn't get overly excited about too much. He's just kind of.
It doesn't seem like
he's
it.
He's kind of mellow there, just But anyway,
he's keeping his expectations, wherever, I guess you could say. But Richie Joplin coming home with a P3 here tonight. Richie, buddy, led the most laps here tonight. I gotta ask you. I mean, congratulations, P3 here tonight. But I gotta ask you, that long stint where you had Jack McKee, literally up your ass. Did you kind of get a little bit worried that maybe Jack might overdrive the corner a little bit, send you up the hill? I mean, it looked like he actually got you in the bumper a couple of times. I'm just curious if you were kind of looking in your rearview mirror a little bit worried about him back there when he was so close to you for so many laps.
No, I wasn't worried about him. If he would have wrecked me, got me loose, I would have returned the favor. I hate to be that way, but I would have returned the favor and went on with it and go to the next week. But no, I just got to figure out how the way he races like everybody else. Got to figure everybody else how they race and stuff. But really, the only thing I've done is look forward to hit my line and see what happens.
Well, I tell you, you looked strong all night. Obviously, it was pretty obvious from the first pit stop that that Mecus was on in a different area code when it came to fuel mileage and the setup he was running or whatever. But did when on that last pit stop when McKee pitted before you, jumped down there and got out of, because you and Seams were kind of battling there a little bit, and he decided to come on in and get tires and put a little fuel in it. And you think would you do that a little differently next time around, or did
yeah, I would have pitted a little bit early. I don't know what was up Ryan Seams' butt tonight for not giving me no room and pass. He was lapped down and stuff, not giving no room. But whatever. Yeah, I would have.
Ever got beef?
No, I ain't got no beef. I've never had no beef from Ryan. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on with that.
Do you now, though? That's what I'm saying. Have you got beef now?
I'll just repay the favor next time. I mean, I'll be a lap down. He's going to try to get on the inside of him. I won't give him no room either. So, I mean, it's all up to them boys, how they race me.
Well,
Jim, it's close enough. It's close enough.
Go
Jim.
ahead, ring the bell. Yeah,
it's close enough. It's close enough.
Look, the reality is, and who knows what his thought process. He might not have wanted to get up in that trash, because as you know, you get up out of that groove a little bit there, and you start picking that trash up. Next thing you know, you're bouncing the car off the wall. So maybe that's what it was all about. Who knows? I'm sure y'all will probably have a talk about it at some point, but. Man, look, you had a good, strong run tonight. My God, you led some laps, didn't you? Had to be fun up there, just nobody in front of you for most of the night except for lap traffic.
Yeah, I enjoyed leading the races. I didn't get to clutch as much as I wanted to, kind of save a little bit of fuel, but it's all good. I mean, I led laps, got to race with a bunch of people.
Would you have been able to do this on 2 stops? If you had
not on 2 stops. No.
So
no.
I mean, then you ran the race that was dictated to you. You got all you could out of it, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I suck at saving fuel. I like to race. I like racing, but saving fuel is not my strong point at all.
Right.
I might be able to save maybe 2 or 3 laps, maybe, if I try. But other than that, I can't save fuel with the crap. But I still have fun racing with these guys. I mean, it's not bad league. I mean,
no, it's a good league.
I have no complaints about nothing. I mean, it's just hard-nosed racing, a lot of it. So, it's street stock racing.
That's right. That's right. Good old Southern street stock racing. I love it.
So, I'm still learning how to set these cars up, how I want them to feel. I'm slowly getting better. Last week, I was too loose. I was time to end of the run I had last week. I was like 20% on my right rear.
Oh.
So, yeah, it was really bad last week. This week I was better. So I had some meat left on my tires this week.
All right,
progress, baby. Progress for Richie Joplin coming on with a P3 here tonight. Richie, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors, any shout-outs you want to thank?
Oh, yeah. Admin Box, XCAL Racing Webshop, J-Dog's Carpentry, Flamin' Carmen Paint Shop. I got a couple of Flamin' Country Creations LLC on Facebook. Check them out. And I got Navy Joe Coffee. I just thank them for everybody that jumps on and helps us out to do this. I mean, it costs money to jump in here and race, but I appreciate everybody that lets me drive and race.
Appreciating everybody. Richie Joplin coming home with a P3 here tonight. Richie, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you in Tennessee next week.
Thank you.
That was Richie Joplin, comes home with the P3 here tonight. Closes out, obviously, the interviews for the end of this bad boy. And Jim, buddy, there you see it. Brett Mack is parking it right here on Victory Lane, right here on the front stretch at Indianapolis Raceway Park, IRP, Lucas Oil Raceway Park, however you want to look at it. Jim, buddy, your final take here tonight. Jim, always a pleasure working with you over here with Motorbath Broadcasting, just working with you in general, buddy. Always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, man. I always have a good time with you. There's nobody I'd rather spend this couple hours with cutting up and acting stupid. It's always always a lot of fun. And, I tell you what, man, every week I'm amazed by some of the stuff these guys are able to pull off. The fact that how somebody can go 10 laps further on a tank of fuel than another guy just blows me away, and still be fast in the process. That's just crazy to me. And, I am absolutely fascinated by it. It makes me want to jump in one of these things and see if I can do it till I realize that I'm going to spin it out on after about 10 laps when the tires start to wear. But other than that, no, I love this stuff, man. It's good racing, good old school, just short track racing, man. And we got a few of them coming up on the schedule now. We're getting to do a little run of short tracks here. We got Bristol next week. I am so looking forward to that. I freaking love Bristol.
Yeah, I really love Bristol as well. I think that will be a one that I think everybody, not only for the fans, but I think the drivers is going to circle here with XCAL Racing Webshop Series. I got a feeling that they're going to be circling that one, and want to get mixed up at Bristol and see how that ends up turning out for them. And it'll be a good one. It really, really will. Real quick, folks, if you haven't yet, make sure you go over and check out, obviously, the website. Get your merchandise here with XCAL. Obviously, that is XCALRacing.com.
One of them damn shirts, let me tell you right now.
Get you one of them shirts like Jim is. Jim will probably end up buying a damn shirt before it's all said and done. Put the picture online. Right beside that guitar, obviously, that Gerald Poole was talking about, obviously. Right. So we'll have some, probably have you some pictures next week. Jim may be in the picture.
Who knows?
The broadcast may get took down. Who knows? But we'll see if that. I had to do it. But I mean, still, XCALRacing.com/shop. You can also go over there and keep up with the goats, obviously with XCAL, all that good stuff. So that once again, website or XCALRacing.com/shop. Get all your XCAL memorabilia and all the good stuff to be able to support it out at work, at the bar, or over at your ex-wife's house. Hell, whoever knows. But what a race. Yeah. Let's not go there. Let's call it, let's say goodnight, as you like to say, Jim. But
that's right. Say goodnight, Jake.
What a race here tonight at IRP. We're going to Bristol next week. We'll see how it turns out. Congratulations once again to Brett Meckes on the win here tonight for round 13. Folks, that's going to do it, obviously, for this broadcast here on Motormouth Broadcast, and all the great sponsors, obviously Flamin' Karma Paint Shop, one of them, all the great sponsors. There's so many of them. I don't want to, name a bunch of them because I'll end up forgetting one, but got to give a shout out to all the sponsors that have a hand in this. Digital Race Engineer and Roasted Record over here with Motormouth Broadcasting. So thank you very much.
That's our camera provider. Excellent cameras. Go check their stuff out, even if you're, just for your own personal use. They are phenomenal, and that's really what he designs these for. They're not just for broadcasting. They are for personal use, just to improve the look of your stream and your videos and all that kind of stuff. So check them out.
Yeah, just all kinds of sponsors. J-Dog's Carpentry, you see them up there in the top right corner of your screen. Just so many of them. So thank you very much to all the sponsors. They are the ones that help put all of this together. The drivers putting on a pretty good little show here tonight on short track racing up here in Indiana. Fans come out big numbers. We saw a couple of you lighting up out there. If you haven't yet, make sure you like, subscribe to Motormouth Broadcasting, keep up with everything going on. And as always, Aaron Hillebush and all the admins over here with XCAL allowing us to come in here and be ourselves, entertain you, the fans, see some good old-fashioned short track racing here on a Tuesday night It's going to be a good one next week, though, and I cannot wait. For my boss over here at Motorbike Broadcasting, Mr. Big Jim Cunningham, alongside co-commentating and producing, I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Said as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Indy's in the rearview mirror, folks. Last great Coliseum, Bristol. I cannot wait to see how this bad boy is going to turn out next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live and only on Motormouth Broadcasting. What did Dale Jr. say, Jim? It's Bristol, baby. We'll see you next Tuesday night, folks. Bye for now.